live. It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes. One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot, will go for it and will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes. It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Good evening everybody and a very warm welcome to Qualifier 2 of the Indian Premier League 2019 where Chennai Super Kings are up against Delhi Capitals. Chennai lost to Mumbai Indians in the first qualifier while Delhi Capitals defeated Sunrisers Hyderabad in the eliminator a couple of days ago. The news coming in is that Chennai Super Kings captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni has won the toss and he has elected to bowl first. So Delhi Capitals will be batting and they'll be hoping they can put on a good score on the board and then try and restrict Chennai Super Kings there. Chennai are the only side to beat Delhi twice in the league stage this season. Delhi will be hoping they can turn that around. It's been a season of firsts, a lot of firsts for Delhi. First time they qualified after 2012 for the playoffs. First time they won a playoff match when they defeated Sunrisers Hyderabad a couple of days ago. And they'll be hoping that first time this season they can beat Chennai Super Kings. Quickly then the playing 11 for both the sides, and Chennai Super Kings have got Faf du Plessis, Shane Watson, Suresh Raina, Ambati Rayudu, MS Dhoni, Dwayne Bravo, Ravindra Jadeja, Harbhajan Singh, Deepak Chahar, Shardul Thakur and Imran Tahir. So just one change for Chennai Super Kings. Shardul comes in the place of Murli Vijay, while for Delhi Capitals the same 11 that played in the eliminator. Prithvi Shaw, Shikhar Dhawan, Shreyas Iyer, the captain, Rishabh Pant, the phenomenal wicket-keeper batsman, although phenomenal batsman, not such a great keeper, as they've got Colin Munro, Akshar Patel, Shane Sharfain, Rutherford, Kimo Paul, Amit Mishra, Trent Bolt and Ishant Sharma. The pitch report, it's a different surface from the one used in the eliminator that was a couple of days ago, and looks like an even better surface and a harder surface as well. Hence the ball should come onto the bat nicely and much better. There'll be a few cracks, but the hardness would allow the stroke play, so we can expect some runs here for both the sides. And from the stadium, the information we are getting is there's masses and masses of support for Chennai Super Kings, and a rough guesstimate would be 50 CSK jerseys for one Delhi supporter. So it's 50-1 at the moment, as far as it's a guess, it's a a wild approximate calculation. That's the support for Chennai and Delhi. I'm Karthik Sinha. With me is Walli Siddiqui. Very good afternoon, very good evening, Walli. How are you, brother? And a very good evening to all of you tuned in.
Well, good evening to you, Karthik. Good evening to one and all listening to us on Sports Flashes Cricket Lounge. And the penultimate game of the 12th edition of the IPL is going to be a big one once again. Chennai Super Kings versus the Delhi Capitals. Chennai Super Kings obviously lost the first game against the first qualifier against Mumbai Indians, and because of which they have another opportunity over here to qualify for the finals. While Delhi Capitals, they narrowly won the game against Sunrise Hyderabad by 2 wickets, because of which now they also have an opportunity to face off against Mumbai in the finals if they win this game. Well, it is going to be a tasty affair between these two sides, because an interesting thing that I was reading today was that when Mahendra Singh Dhoni was handed the role of a captain for Chennai Super Kings, Shreyas Iyer was just 13 years of age, and now he's just confronting him right in front of his eyes, and it's going to be an interesting contest.
Absolutely. If you look at the young Delhi squad, I think 11, 12 years ago when the IPL started, most of them were in middle school. So that's how the time has gone by as far as this young Delhi side compared to the massively experienced Chennai side is concerned. Dhoni's out there with his boys in the huddle, giving them a little talk before the start of the game. We got Prithvi Shaw and Shikhar Dhawan ready to come out and start the innings for Delhi Capitals. But it's going to be a cracker of a game. Jayaraman Pillai, the game hasn't started. It's a couple of minutes away as the Chennai Super Kings team is striding out. Big game, big match. Khalid Menon, absolutely, sir. One team prefers bowling and the other prefers batting. Good entertainment today. Yes, Vivek Bhattarai, also a very warm welcome to you. And we got Ram Singh, as always, tuning in from Napier, New Zealand. And Suraj Bhatta supporting Chennai Super Kings today. Very warm welcome. Advantage to Delhi. They know the conditions because they beat Hyderabad in the previous game here. So that's a valid point coming in from Khalid Memon.
It's actually quite fair. A good point of view by Khalid Memon. We often think that the first and second teams who finish in the points table get an advantage of winning the game and then going to the finals, and whoever loses that game will have another opportunity to go into the final. But the team which is in the eliminator, the advantage that they have, whoever wins, is that they play in that same venue, so they will be more acclimatized to that, and that's a good point made by Khalid.
Absolutely. Question for you, Wali, from Rahul Singh. Who do you think will reach the final?
Well, we're pretty biased over here. From my heart, I think it's going to be Delhi Capitals. But if you look at the experience and knowing the experience of winning such games, such pressure games, I think Chennai Super Kings might just have the edge. But you never know. Even Sunrise Hyderabad were former champions of the IPL. Delhi managed to beat them. Mumbai, they beat them in the first game. And Chennai, you never know. Delhi Capitals might turn out to beat them as well. So a good opening stand is what is required right now for Delhi Capitals.
Absolutely. Just the kind of start they got against Sunrisers Hyderabad, with Prithvi Shaw and Shikhar Dhawan getting them off to a good start. As now we're moments away from the start of this contest. Deepak Chahar, who's picked up 28 wickets in his IPL career in the 33 matches that he's played, he'll start off proceedings for Chennai Super Kings. We've seen that often. As far as the umpires for today's contest is concerned, Sundaram Ravi and Bruce Oxenford will be the two on-field umpires, and Chetty Thodi Samshuddin is the third umpire. Every time I say that name, Wally breaks into a little cheeky smile. What's the reason?
I think he's one of your favorite umpires, that's why, because you just love spelling his entire name in front of our audience over here. So the first ball is about to be bowled. It's Deepak Chahar with a new ball in hand, and he has impressed quite a few of the Chennai Super Kings fans with his swing. With his away swing is more commonly, and just like I said, moments away over here. And 8 seconds in precise. The second qualifier, the penultimate game of the IPL, is on course as Deepak Chahar will be bowling the first ball to Shikhar Dhawan or Prithvi Shaw. We'll just have to wait and watch. Mahendra Singh Dhoni marshalling the troops once again, and while his presence in the field is always impeccable, and you can just see, I think the major reason why Chennai Super Kings has such a fandom is because of the great man Mahendra Singh Dhoni. It's the first ball being bowled by Deepak Chahar, and anticlimactic over there.
Absolutely right. Charged in, and as soon as he got to his stride, he withdrew there. Deepak Chahar smiles all around. Shikhar Dhawan ran back to the safety of his crease at the non-striker's end. There, well, everyone remembers what happened with Ravichandran Ashwin and Josh Butler, and every time a bowler stops, the batsmen at the non-strikers end, their heart stops and comes back to almost to their mouth. But on that occasion, just missed a stride there, did Deepak Chahar, and he's all smiles. That one's all right. He's ready to start off again after losing the toss and being put into bat first. Delhi Capitals will be hoping for a good start, and he starts off with the ball down the leg side. He'll be called wide, so straight away, first runs on the board for Delhi Capitals. It's 1 for no loss.
A wide delivery over there. This time it was the in swinger for Prithvi Shaw. He shuffled towards the middle and off stump, tried to play the flick, couldn't get the contact. Had he got just even a brush of it, I think it would have gone towards the boundary line, but it's a wide nonetheless. His first delivery yet has to be bowled over here. Anju George is supporting Delhi Capitals, and Khalid is saying that both teams have played brilliant cricket. Also saying that Dada versus Dhoni, and both are my favourites. Well, they are the nation's sweetheart, you would have to say over here. A cover drive this time played, but there is a fielder at covers, and it's Suresh Raina who does the duties over there. A gentle away swinger to Prithvi Shaw as no runs come off the bat this time.
Absolutely. We got Ram Moda tuning in as well. Says good evening to everyone. Good evening, Ram. How are you? As a beautiful drive that was from Prithvi Shaw. So that innings of 50 odd that he played in the previous game certainly has given him a bit of confidence coming into this important game for Delhi Capitals. And the way he drove that as well, coming forward right to the middle of the bat, I think shows he's oozing with confidence is the youngster Prithvi Shaw. Although they'll need to get some runs and find gaps when those drives fly off of the middle of the bat. One ball gone. It's 1 for no loss Delhi Capitals. Chennai winning the toss, electing to bowl first. So Dhoni obviously thinks that dew will be an issue for the Delhi bowlers when they come out to bowl. And secondly, I think he thinks that the wicket will not change too much. As now another back foot punch. Beautiful shot, but again, wonderfully fielded there by extra cover. Puts in a dive to its left and stops that ball from going any further. That another dot ball.
Well, the only big miss for Delhi Capitals, I'll have to say, would be Kagesi Rabada, because he's taken 25 wickets in 12 games and he's been injured since more than 3 games now. 3 games have occurred ever since his injury, Kagesi Rabada. He had a nickel, because of which he's been called back to South Africa. So that might be the only miss. But let's not forget that Trent Boult is a classy bowler as well, the frontline bowler for New Zealand. I know he might be not having the best of days in the IPL right now, but that is because of lack of match practice. Once he does get into the groove, he will be as intimidating as Kagesi Rabada as we've seen in the recent past.
Absolutely, and I think he's as a class act as Trent Boult, and the man before him who was at the helm of the attack at New Zealand, Shane Bourne, one of my favourites, has now another beautiful drive, and this time again straight to extra cover. No problem there for Chennai Super Kings. It's still 1 for no loss. And the good thing for Delhi right now is that Shikhar Dhawan is in good nick. Shreyas Iyer has scored more than 400 runs. Rishabh Pant, obviously, you know, the mad titan that he is Rishabh Pant, can take a losing game to the mouth of victory and then leave it there. That's what Rishabh Pant is. But the fact that Prithvi Shaw is also back in form, that's good news for Delhi Capitals, and he's timing the ball very well. It's only a matter of time when one of those shots find the gap. Is now where he pushes one away between cover and extra cover, and very quickly will shoot off for a single. So first runs on the bat now for Delhi Capitals. Prithvi Shaw opens his account. Delhi 2 for no loss.
A single taken there by Prithvi Shaw. He moves on to 1 with that. It'll be Shikhar Dhawan, the man on strike now, to face the remaining two deliveries of Deepak Chahar over here. And there was one interesting tweet about Rishabh Pant. I think a fan wrote about him in the previous game that in that one innings we saw why we were asking ourselves that why isn't Rishabh Pant going to the World Cup, and in the same innings we saw that the reason why he wasn't going to the World Cup.
And you know, I think that one innings, that one over and that space of 8-10 deliveries told us why we want him to go for the World Cup and why he's not there as well as Rishabh Pant. Got Delhi very close, and in the end, what did he do? Just throw it away, trying to hit a big 6, and then in the end just ballooning one in the air. And then there was nervous moments for Delhi Capitals. Amit Mishra, being a typical Delhi lad, changing lanes while running and driving. But in the end, lucky that it was Kimo Paul who pulled one away for 4. Now, Dhawan looks to cut one away inside edge, very close to the stumps. They'll pick up a quick single here as Dhawan also opens his account. It's 3 for no loss Delhi Capitals. As Jairam Pillai says, his intuition says Delhi will win today. I hope your intuition is right. It's obviously there's no secrets that I'm a massive Delhi fan. Waited for this moment for a very long time. Close to 12 years for Delhi to play an IPL final and possibly lift the trophy as well. Dara Lingam also saying that Delhi Capitals will win this contest. It's a wonderful wicket, a very hard wicket. There are cracks though, but I think it will not open up. Well, there will be, because it's dry, there will be spinners for faster bowlers and spinners. As now a shot delivery from Chahar is pulled away by Prithvi Shaw. That'll be the first boundary for Delhi Capitals. 1 over gone, 7 for no loss. A cracking shot from Prithvi Shaw.
So a good start for Delhi Capitals, you'll have to say, after that final delivery. It was a short ball and he just pulls it away towards the mid-wicket region, and that's the first boundary of the night. Prithvi Shaw with that score moves on to 5, while Shikhar Dhawan is on 1 of 1. And well, one thing is quite certain, that the collapse which we saw at Chepauk not so long ago, when the Delhi Capitals were restricted for just 99 runs before 20 overs, that is something which we will not see in today's game, and that is something which Delhi would love against Chennai Super Kings that they're playing at a neutral ground.
Absolutely, playing Chennai in Chennai. I don't think apart from Mumbai Indians there are not many teams who've done that. And Mohammad Mehdi Mrida also tuning in on our YouTube feed. And very, very warm welcome to all of you, as it's 1 over gone, 7 for the loss of 1 wicket at the moment. 7 for no loss at the moment are Delhi Capitals, with Prithvi Shaw getting the first boundary for DC with that beautiful pull shot. Who's it going to be? Will it be Harbhajan Singh? That's how we've seen things pan out for Chennai Super Kings. They have Harbhajan Singh along with Deepak Chahar opening the bowling, so it'll be interesting, and how they will treat Harbhajan Singh. We saw Harbhajan Singh be clobbered for 41 runs in the first over, that first 2 overs that he bowled, but it's Shardul Thakur now, so no Harbhajan Singh. And it will be Thakur to start off over number 2 as Dhawan drives one away towards extra cover straight to the fielder. No runs on that occasion. Delhi still 7 for no loss.
7 for no loss. Shikhar Dhawan is on 1, and the equation with Harbhajan Singh and Deepak Chahar was mainly in Chennai at Chepauk, and now that the ground is Visakhapatnam, I think Shardul Thakur and Deepak Chahar are the most likely candidates to open the bowling attack for Chennai away from home. So that is exactly what we've been seeing in this game as well. It's 7 for no loss. First delivery was bowled. It was a good length delivery. Dhawan just defended and no runs taken over there. The second delivery is about to be bowled by Shardul, and he comes down the track and just misses it over there. He went for the big shot, did Shikhar Dhawan, but just misses it, goes back to the keeper. No runs over there. And another interesting competition between the two teams will be that it'll be Delhi Capitals top order versus Chennai Super Kings middle order, because Chennai Super Kings top order haven't fired consistently, while Delhi's middle order hasn't fired consistently. So it's like the perfect balance over here.
Absolutely, the top order for Delhi, the top 4 have done the bulk of the scoring, that's for sure. While for Chennai Super Kings, they've got the likes of Mahendra Singh Dhoni and Raidu doing the equivalent in the middle orders. That was a typical Dhawan effort, charging down the track, but this time he stays rooted and drives one past Faf du Plessis at mid-off. That will race away towards the fence for 4. So first boundary for Shikhar Dhawan as well. Both of them are on 5 each, Dhawan and Prithvi Shaw. Delhi 11 for no loss, and that's an area you cannot bowl to Shikhar Dhawan. Over-pitched, outside off stump, you're asking for trouble.
A good shot there by Shikhar Dhawan, and that will give him loads of confidence. The middle of the bat he strikes, and it just goes towards boundary line, washing it away, and there was a fielder starting at mid-off. He did attempt to stop that, but it was quite away from him. So not a good delivery by Shardul Thakur. He needs to just pull his length a little bit at the back. It's 11 for no loss after 1.3 overs. This time it will be another boundary, and even straighter this time around. What a beautiful shot that is by Shikhar Dhawan. That is a man in form.
Absolutely. Well, he heard you. He's pulled his length a little back, but Shikhar Dhawan just stood tall there, presented the full face of the bat and drove it back past the bowler. Beautiful shot that. Wonderful timing from Gabbar as he moves on to 9. Delhi race up to 15 now for no loss. Didn't hit it too hard. Then Shikhar Dhawan just leans into that, presenting the full face, showing the Makers logo and getting that 4 back past the bowler. A lot straighter than the previous one, and that will certainly bring a lot of smiles to Delhi fans and their team management. We got Aryan Lama saying CSK will win by 162 runs. Well, we'll get back to that as another boundary pulled away here by Shikhar Dhawan, this time on the pad line, and Dhawan says thank you very much.
What a shot this time it was. He just timed it towards the square leg boundary. Does Shikhar Dhawan. So 3 boundaries on the trot for Shikhar Dhawan. He moves on to 13 of 6 deliveries. The score is now 19 for no loss, and completely enjoying the power play, these 2 batsmen at the moment. And this is exactly the kind of start that they want, and they would want to continue over here. In the first 6 overs, I'm pretty sure that they would be eyeing 60 runs.
Absolutely, and the way they've started of Delhi Capitals, they look like a confident unit, both Prithvi Shaw and Shikhar Dhawan. The way they're walking, that's where the clear intent is there. It's 19 for no loss now, 12 of this over from Shardul Thakur, an expensive start for him. Munesh says CSK will win 100%, and Hassam Karbhari also supporting Chennai Super Kings in this contest. Keep your comments coming in, guys, as now tapped away through towards backward point by Dhawan, and he'll steal off a quick single. So 2 overs gone, 20 for no loss. The kind of start Delhi were dreaming of, they've just got that.
A sensible bit of batting there by Shikhar Dhawan. He got 3 boundaries over there, he got 12 runs over there, and then he just does the sensible thing and takes a single but guiding it towards the point region. The score is now 20 for no loss in 2 overs. Sensible batting, mature batting, and they need to continue in this manner. Anything beyond 170, 175, I think it will be a challenging total, considering the fact that the Delhi bowlers have loved bowling this surface. They just restricted Hyderabad to 161 in the previous game, and well, this is exactly what they would have wanted, and For those of you who've just joined us, it was Chennai Super Kings who had won the toss, as Dhoni had elected to field first. And we'll just run you down with the playing 11 once again. So Faf du Plessis, Shane Watson, Suresh Raina, Ambati Raidu, MS Dhoni, Dwayne Bravo, Ravindra Jadeja, Harbhajan Singh, Deepak Chahar, Shardul Thakur and Imran Tahir are the playing 11 for the Chennai Super Kings. Also the defending champions. While if you talk about the Delhi Capitals, it's Prithvi Shaw, Shikhar Dhawan, Shreyas Iyer, Rishabh Pant, Colin Munro, Akshar Patel, Shafin Rutherford, Kimo Paul, Amit Mishra, Trent Bolt, Ishan Sharma. An unchanged team for the Delhi unit over here. So it's pretty simple over here that Delhi will be eyeing something very quite close to 175, 180 in order to put Chennai under pressure. It's a 24 no loss at the moment. A good delivery there by Deepak Chahar as Shikhar Dhawan went for the cut, but it just took the inside edge and it was quite away from the stump, so no runs taken on that occasion. 24 no loss in 2.1 overs now.
A decent start for Delhi Capitals, a decent start for Shikhar Dhawan, that's for sure, and a decent start for Prithvi Shaw as well. DC will score 192, says Sevlaraman Rana, as Ankit Chetri says CSK will win, Gopal Nepone. No, DC will win from Nepal, that's what he's saying. As Deepak Chahar, who's impressed us a lot. I think him along with Navdeep Saini have been the two standout fast bowlers India has produced in this IPL as now. Dhawan taps one away through towards deep backward point. Imran Tahir, the fielder of the boundary rope, will keep it down to 1. Dhawan moves up to 15 of 9 deliveries. It's 21 for no loss Delhi Capitals after 2.2 overs. Some beautiful drives, a pull as well coming in already from this Delhi pair. Couple of pulls, one from Dhawan, one from Shaw, and then two glorious straight drives as well from Shikhar Dhawan there. So it's good to see, both these batsmen looking positive, their chests out, collars up, and clearly they want to give Delhi a very, very good start. Gorak Katyal says DC will win. Sandeep Chetri playing or not? Well, Sandeep Lamichhane is what you're asking, Gopal. No, Sandeep is not in the playing 11 today. That's bummer for all the Nepal fans. And now goes for the pole, drops him on the pad, a huge appeal for LBW. The ball goes away towards third man. They'll pick up a single though. Will that be given as a leg by S. Ravi, or will Chennai review it? Well, I don't think they've given, and now Dhoni has reviewed it. He has reviewed it, and generally when Dhoni review system comes into action, there's not a lot of chance for the batsman.
Well, Prithvi Shaw will have his heart in his mouth right now. He was on the back foot and it did hit his back leg over there. I think he should have went for the flick over there rather than the pull, but we'll just have to wait and watch. And if Mahendra Singh Dhoni is convinced, then I think the batsman will be under trouble. But the good thing for Prithvi Shaw is that the umpire's call might just go in favour of him. We'll just have to take a look. He's on the back foot. It does hit the back foot, and I think that has to be the first wicket for Chennai Super Kings.
Well, we'll have to first wait for the ultra edge to confirm was there an inside edge or not. Well, clearly not. Now, where was the ball going? Because it hit the back thigh of Prithvi Shaw. The height could be an issue. Maybe if it's kissing the top of off stump, he will remain not out. All smiles for Chennai at the moment as Thala and Chinna Thala, Mahendra Singh Dhoni and Suresh Raina stood together. Harbhajan Singh there as well. Ravindra Jadeja too standing in that group along with the Shane Watson, Faf du Plessis. What a group of players that is. Pitched outside, but impact in line, and the ball was going to go and hit the middle and off leg stump. So yes, the review has been, as I said, Dhoni review system strikes, and that will be given out. S. Ravi takes his decision back, and he's been given out as Prithvi Shaw given leg before. So first wicket for Chennai Super Kings.
Well, the umpires clearly got to know as soon as Mahendra Singh Dhoni went for the review that okay, I've made him blunder over here, because if Dhoni has decided to go for the DRS, then it's clearly out, and that is the first big blow for the Delhi Capitals. In the previous match, he scored a half century against the Sunrise Hyderabad, 56 to be precise, but in this game, he's disappointed once again. Just gone for 5 has Prithvi Shaw. First wicket for Chennai Super Kings, 21 for 1 just when runs were coming for the Delhi Capitals. They've lost the big wicket of Prithvi Shaw, and it will be the skipper Shreyas Iyer who might be joining Shikhar Dhawan over here. So, well, they've lost the first wicket over here, but the positive intent should be maintained by Delhi Capitals.
Absolutely, I think Delhi's got nothing to lose. When the tournament started, nobody would have thought Delhi will get so far. It's very similar to the situation that the England football team was in going into the 2018 World Cup, that they'll get to the semi-final. Nobody thought that. So they just have to go on and enjoy their cricket. They've got a good positive start despite just losing Prithvi Shaw right now. I think Shreyas Iyer will want to continue with that momentum that they have. And Titus Thomas tuning in as well. Very warm welcome, brother. How are you? Yes, it is out. He's been given out as Prithvi Shaw. So first blow for Delhi. And instead of Shreyas Iyer, it's Colin Munro who's been promoted up the order. I think that's a positive move because he's also an aggressive batsman. He likes to play when the ball is newer and harder. He's got 13 IPL matches under his belt, a total of 150 at a strike rate of about 120. It'll be interesting as he goes for the cut and beats the outside edge. Goes away towards MS Dhoni. No runs there, obviously. But Deepak Chahar, what a man. What a season he's had.
Well, he's just proving to be a real asset for Chennai Super King time and time again. Just against the run of play, he just manages to take a wicket. And there are quite a few fans over here stating that they don't want Chennai or Mumbai to win the IPL because they want something new. And Delhi Capitals, if they do win, then the rest of the country might actually be happy with that.
Absolutely, you as a supporter of Mumbai, you'd hate it if Chennai wins. As a supporter of Chennai, you'd hate it if Mumbai wins. But as a supporter of Chennai and Mumbai, you won't mind if Delhi wins it. As now Colin comes down the track, does Munro and clobbers one back past the bowler, beats the man at mid-on and collects a boundary. So he's also come out with a positive intent. He's also come out to go on and clearly show that he's out there to get some runs quickly. Paritosh Joshi, how's it going? He's asking Delhi fans. Well, for me, I think so far so good. Although they've lost a wicket, they're getting the runs, Paritosh. And ask your team to be ready in the final. Ask Mumbai to be ready because this is Delhi Capitals, the new Delhi, and we're coming for you now, boys.
Well, I've already told him that we'll be meeting you in the finals, but right now it's Chennai Super Kings that we have to deal with. It's a slow delivery by Deepak Chahar, play and a miss there by Colin Munro, so the score is now 25 for 1. A good comeback with the Chennai Super Kings. 3 overs have gone by. 25 the score. 1 wicket has fallen. That too of Prithvi Shaw for 5 runs. And it'll be Shikhar Dhawan who will be the man on strike on the other over. The current run rate is of 8.33. So you'll have to say the Chennai Super Kings, just when things were looking quite dicey at the moment with Shikhar Dhawan and Prithvi Shaw going all guns blazing against them, they pick up an important wicket. Deepak Chahar has bowled 2 overs now, given just 12 runs and taken a wicket as well, while Shardul Thakur has bowled 1 over and has conceded 13 runs in the process. And Gorak Katyal is giving his prediction, saying that 48 for 1 will be DC's score in the first 6 overs. And he was also saying that it's not out, but it was clearly out. Rohit Kumar Sahasani is saying that Delhi will make history. Well, I just hope so. They might be able to do that. It's 25 for 1 and 3 overs have gone by, and Shikhar Dhawan is the man who will be on strike. He's on 15 of 9 deliveries.
And Shikhar Dhawan is the man who's done the bulk of the scoring. 15 coming off his bat of the 25 that Delhi have scored so far in 3 overs. Paritosh there now trembling with fear with the just the thought of Delhi Capitals coming and annihilating Mumbai Indians in the final. Well, he's obviously a Mumbai fan. You all know Paritosh. So obviously not in Cricket Lounge today, but we'll make sure he's here for the final if Delhi and Mumbai meet. As Bhaji's now been introduced into the attack, comes in round the wicket to Dhawan, who drives one away towards long off for a single. It's very clever from Dhoni, just seeing when at the moment there is a non-subcontinent batsman out there, you introduce spin.
Well, that has been the case with Colin Munro, because if you look at the previous game against the Sunrisers Hyderabad, Adil Rashid was the bowler who had put Colin Munro under immense pressure. But if you talk about the orange cap race, then it's Shikhar Dhawan who now comes on the third spot. He's on 519 runs and he might just be able to come second, because David Warner 563. Is that 563? KL Rahul has scored 590, 500 and close to 600 over this. So Shikhar Dhawan might be just able to get there when it comes to second, but not first. Certainly not first.
Well, if he can crack a couple of hundreds, why not? As he cracks the one now, does Colin Munro through backward point. That'll be a boundary there against the run of play. He's generally not very comfortable against the spinners, but this time it was short and wide from Harbhajan Singh, and Munro rocks back, makes room and picks his spot through backward point, and it collects for as Dharamveer Bharti. I'm not sure. Who are you talking about? Is that a new version of Skoda?
I'm pretty sure that he's a Mumbai Indians fan. I'm pretty sure about that.
Yes, today Shikhar Dhawan will blast each and every ball of Chennai, says Rohit Kumar Sahani, clearly scoring and supporting Delhi. Christian Gaming, the score is 30 for 1 for Delhi Capitals after 3.4 overs. And DC will win, says Madhu Shri Sarkar as well with us. As now Colin goes for the reverse sweep at top edge, clears the 30-yard circle, DJ Bravo behind it, and by the time he can retrieve the ball and fire in a throw, it'll be a couple of runs more for Colin Munro and Delhi Capitals. Munro moves up to 10, Delhi 32 for the loss of 1 wicket. We still have 1 delivery remaining in the over from Harbhajan Singh. That's over number 4 of Delhi's innings, and that was a switch hit, not even a reverse sweep.
And though Colin Munro hasn't done much in the IPL, but if you look at his T20 figures for New Zealand, we'll get back to that after this delivery. He's played 52 games, he smashed 9 50s and has 300s under his belt with an average of 33.6 and
look at the strike rate,
162.6. So do not take him for granted, because once he gets in complete cruise control over here, then he can tarnish each and every bowler there on the park. And he's a really dangerous batsman. He hails from New Zealand over here, and he's come in place of Colin Ingram. Colin Ingram was usually a middle order batsman who was coming all the way from South Africa, who was participating for the Delhi Capitals over here. Had a good run, had a decent run whenever there was a need of Colin Ingram performing. The runs that were required for Delhi Capitals to win were around 30-40, so he would have just scored the ideal 20-25 runs and just made it possible for Delhi to win this game. But if we talk about Colin Munro, then he is a real match winner. I would really compare him to the likes of Rishabh Pant as well. It's just that he hasn't been able to fire in the IPL. Once he does get acclimatized to the condition, that he can turn out to be a real deal for Delhi Capitals.
He's naturally aggressive, is Colin Ingram. Became only the fourth and the second New Zealander to hit multiple centuries in T20 international cricket after Chris Gayle, Evan Lewis and Brendan McCullum, the former New Zealand captain, and he's now the fourth in that list. So obviously, as far as him batting in T20 cricket is concerned, we all know he can do the job. Shreyas Iyer, Rishabh Pant and Sherfane Rutherford were the next men to come in, as now Deepak Chahar bowls a slow one but driven away through towards sweeper cover. This is good captaincy by Dhoni. He knows Shikhar Dhawan is so strong on the offside. He's put a man patrolling the cover point boundary there. Imran Tahir, only a single for Dhawan. He'll move up to 17. 4.1 overs gone. It's 33 for the loss of 1 wicket. And Lakhi Mala says Shikhar Dhawan is now blast. Well, he will. I hope he blasts. Dhawan and Pant will create tsunami, and Iyer will create a whirlpool, says Jairam Pillai. Well, hopefully that happens for Delhi, and I'm hoping that happens. While Rohit Kumar Sahani says today Munro will do something better than others and something special. Well, he's very capable, that's for sure. And we've just seen Shreyas Iyer there stretching, yawning and relaxing. Maybe that's why he just wasn't feeling up for it to go out and bat. He's like, Colin, go on, do it, son. I'm going to take a quick nap.
I think he's feeling the nerves over there, because once a person is nervous, you do get the tendency of stretching it out a little bit. And I think Shreyas Iyer, being the first ever Delhi captain to bring them in Qualifier 2 is quite impeccable, and it's a difficult thing to digest for any player, especially once you associate yourself to Delhi Capitals. So a single taken away back to the game this time, and he just guides it towards the mid-wicket region. Does Colin Munro takes a single. He moves on to 11 of 9 now. He's got off to a real good start over here, and Shikhar Dhawan on the other end is on 17 of 11. It's 34 for 1. Rishabh Pant is in the dugout as well, and if you just look behind him, it's the IPL trophy. So he just might be picturing himself holding that trophy after on Sunday.
Well, 2 matches, that's all. Delhi, just 2 matches. Focus today and then on Sunday, and then you should be all right. Delhi Capitals 34 for 1 at the moment score for Delhi, and we got astute survivor with us. Very warm welcome, brother Satyam. How are you? As now Dhawan goes for the cut inside edge and misses the stumps, goes towards Dhoni. Dhawan wanted a single for I don't know what and sent back there. Jairam, very good evening. How are you? And today his team is Delhi Capitals. So is mine, and so is Wally's. But obviously, the love that we have for Mahendra Singh Dhoni can never go away either. So it's I won't say it's a two-edged knife situation for us. I clearly want Delhi to win, but I also want to see one of the helicopters taking off at the YS Rajashekar Reddy Stadium in Visakhapatnam.
Well, it's 34 for 1, and if you look at the previous 5 games of the Delhi Capitals, they won 4. They've lost 1, and that one loss came against the Chennai Super Kings at Chepauk. So I'm sure they would want to redeem themselves against CSK. They've done the double on them when it comes to the league fixtures. I'm pretty sure that Delhi Capitals this time might be looking for a different outlook, different result. It's 35 for 1 as Shikhar Dhawan takes a single over here, and brilliant bowling by Deepak Chahar once again. He might not have that express pace of him bowling up to 145, 150. He bowls at a good margin of 135, 136, but the thing is that he knows where to bowl to, and he knows which batsman had what weakness, and according to the field, he just sticks to his line and length, and I think that is what I think his greatest strength is right now.
Absolutely. Another one from Chahar now, but this time down the leg side, not being given as wide. Colin Munro can't believe it. The umpire says it brushed your pad and went to Dhoni, and Munro shakes his head saying, what? No, that never happened. Well, the score remains 35 for 1. And Lucky Mala says Pant will score 50 plus. And Bishal Royal, the playing 11, and not just for you, for all those tuning in, the playing 11 for Delhi Capitals is Prithvi Shaw, Shikhar Dhawan, Shreyas Iyer, Rishabh Pant, Colin Munro, Akshar Patel, Sharfin Rutherford, Kimo Paul, Amit Mishra, Trent Bolt and Ishant Sharma. So no Sandeep Lamachane for Delhi Capitals. We'll come back to the Kings 11, the Chennai Super Kings capital 11 in the minute, as now pulled away towards deep mid-wicket by Colin Munro for a single. He's gone up to umpire now and says, why did you not give that a wide? I never touched it. And S. Ravi says, get on with your business, son. 5 overs gone, 36 for the loss of 1 wicket at Delhi Capitals. Now time for the playing 11 for Chennai Super Kings. Faf du Plessis and Shane Watson to open. Suresh Raina, Ambati Rayudu, MS Dhoni, Dwayne Bravo, Ravindra Jadeja, Harbhajan Singh, Deepak Chahar, Shardul Thakur and Imran Tahir.
Well, I think by the time Colin Munro should now get used to umpiring blunders. It's just 2 games remaining in the IPL, and it has just been a horrible show by the umpires throughout the IPL. And it's 36 for 1 in 5 overs. With the way that Shikhar Dhawan and Prithvi Shaw started with 21, getting 21 of 2.5 overs, one must have assumed that Delhi might be closing to 55 or 60 runs in the first 6 overs. But now just 1 over remains, and in this 6 balls, let's see what they can do over here. They would like to maximize as many shots as possible because this is the final over before power play. But once again, you'll have to praise Deepak Chahar for bowling economically from the other end. Just 16 runs in his 3 overs, and also that 1 wicket of Prithvi Shaw. Phenomenal. A single taken over here by Shikhar Dhawan as he just guides it towards the mid-wicket region. And in fact, that was Colin Munro who took a single. So it's 37 for the loss of 1 wicket in 5 overs. And Shikhar Dhawan is on 18, while Munro with that single moves to 13 of 12 deliveries.
He's clearly not impressed. There was Colin Munro with the fact that it wasn't given a wide, not given a wide. Straight away said, no mate. As now Dhawan is gone, Bhaji strikes. Well, they're appealing, but Dhawan has walked away, going for the cut and caught behind by Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Well, that's another big blow for Delhi Capitals. The sea of yellow erupts at the stadium in Visakhapatnam. Shikhar Dhawan walking back, and now it's second wicket down, and Harbhajan Singh picking up his first, as Dhawan was too close to comfort, too close, and Dhoni capturing it and holding on to it on the second attempt. On the back foot when Shikhar Dhawan looking to cut it, the ball took a feather tickle and bounced off Dhoni's glove, and then Dhoni captured it in the second attempt. Decent, and I have to say, excellent presence of mind by Dhoni. Decent start from Delhi is turning into not so decent now with both the openers back in the hut.
And Shikhar Dhawan's struggle against the off spinners continues over here. It's 37 for 2. Both the batsmen going before the power play came to an end. First it was Prithvi Shaw who was struck on the pads by Deepak Chahar, and secondly it was Shikhar Dhawan as Harbhajan Singh got him out caught behind. So it's 37 for 2 in 5.2 overs. And Steve Survivor was asking for something positive. Well, it isn't looking as positive.
He's not asking. He's saying don't say anything positive or don't jinx Delhi Capitals. Well, we just said it was a good start and we've lost Shikhar Dhawan. I'm just going to say this is hideous from Delhi Capitals. They're a horrible team. They're poor, blah, blah, blah. Maybe then they can get some runs. And Hardik Makwana supporting Chennai Super Kings says Chennai Super Kings here, while we got Jitendra Patel supporting Delhi Capitals in this contest. And Shiv Shankar Lal also tuning in, as now it's 2 wickets down for Delhi Capitals. 37 on the board, 4 deliveries remaining in the power play. And will it now be, should be Shreyas Iyer? Yes, it is Shreyas Iyer who's come out now to join Colin Munro. Munro will have to play a good knock along with the captain Shreyas Iyer, and Rishabh Pant will have to provide some fireworks later on as Bajik turns back to over the wicket for the right-handed Shreyas Iyer, who tucks one away towards wideish long on and will pick up a single and open his account straight away. 1,668 runs in the IPL for Shreyas Iyer, a strike rate of just under 128. Well, he's young, but he's still played a lot of games in the IPL, and apart from that, he's played a lot for domestic cricket as well as Shreyas Iyer. That took the faintest of nicks of Dhawan's bat, and Dhoni made no mistake there.
38 for 2 in 5.3 overs, though there might not be any turn in this wicket, but Shikhar Dhawan, in fact, Harbhajan Singh stuck to his line over there and enticed Shikhar Dhawan to go for the cut shot, because there was a slip in position, so there was one fielder less at the covers region, because of which Shikhar Dhawan had that inclination of going for that shot towards the covers, and brilliantly executed by Harbhajan Singh, and a good catch taken by Mahendra Singh Dhoni from behind the stumps. It's 39 for 2 in 5.4 overs. Well, if you talk about the first 6 overs, it's been the Chennai Super Kings, they have dominated it because they've got the first 2 wickets of the openers who have looked quite solid in this season's IPL. It's 40 for 2 now in 5.5 overs. 1 delivery remains before the power play as Harbhajan Singh will look for another dot delivery or another wicket. And Munro will have a really big part to play. Well, he hasn't been given much game time. He's just playing his third game in the IPL. It's the second qualifier and he needs to put in a power pack performance over here in order to put his team in winning position. A single taken on the final delivery, so the score is now 41. 6 overs have gone by. 41 for 2 is the score. Munro moves on to 15 while Shreyas Iyer is on 2.
Harbhajan Singh and his wicket taking over comes to an end, and that makes him Harbhajan Singh the most wickets taken against Delhi Capitals. Lasith Malinga is second. Before the game started, they were joint top, Harbhajan Singh and Lasith Malinga, with 22 wickets each. But now Bhaji's picked up another one, so he moves up to 23 now. Does the Turbinator, the off spinner from Punjab, playing for Chennai Super Kings. Earlier played for Mumbai Indians as well. Obviously, we all remember him with the Indian team as well. Remember that hat-trick he took against South Australia during the 2001 tour when Laxman and Dravid took all the applause with the bat, but it was him who picked up that hat-trick one of the day. Chennai will become the second team after Mumbai if they win today to get 100 IPL wins, while Delhi, if they lose, will become the second team after RCB to get 100 losses in the IPL. I hope that it's the other way and neither team achieves 100 today, and that'll turn into favour of Delhi Capitals.
Well, it's right now 41-2 for 1. A hint of turn there by Ravindra Jadeja, angling it away from Shreyas Iyer. This time it's an inside edge, a single taken. 43 for 2 now is the score. Pracharya Kumar Pradhan saying that Shreyas Iyer has to play a captain's knock over here, and I do agree with that. In that he does need to play a captain's knock over here because Delhi at the moment are in a spot of bother. And earlier Pracharya had asked us about what we think about Deepak Chah's inclusion in place of Murli Vijay. Well, I think it was the perfect move by Mahendra Singh Dhoni and the team management, because what Deepak Chahar offers to the table is consistency in line and length, and what also the other thing that he guarantees is that a wicket or two, and that is exactly what he's done over here. 43 for 2 coming back to the game in 6.4 overs, and Colin Munro just tucks it away towards the square leg region. Sensibly done there by the New Zealand batsman. Things at the moment are a little difficult at the moment for Delhi Capitals, so the smart thing to do is to just negate the ones and twos, hit the odd balls for a boundary, and put the pressure back on Chennai with those cheeky singles.
Absolutely, just keep the scoreboard ticking, keep this partnership going as well, and the strike rotating. Chance of a yes or a no, but then both the batsmen deciding to return to their respective ends. 7 overs gone, 44 for the loss of 2 wickets. Good over that from Jadeja, just 3 singles of that over. We got Pankil Tandon back with us, says hello. Hi Pankil, how are you? Welcome back. And Mrityunjoy Chand also tuning in, and Ali Akbar Rahman. Good evening, how are you? We are very well. How are you, brother? Just tell us and tell me which team are you supporting today. Indradev Saklani, very good bowling by CSK is what he says. Certainly an excellent comeback by CSK after that little bit of a glorious start that Delhi got. They've now turned the corners on Delhi Capitals. Manjinder Bhullar is with us, while Hardik Makwana along with I think it was Vision Pahadi supporting CSK. As he says, Jai Ho Dhoni, does Hardik Makwana. Well, everybody loves Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Harbhajan Singh will continue. Bhaji's bowled 2 overs, given away 12 runs, and he's picked up a wicket. And Shubham Teli asking the score. Shubham, the score is 7 overs gone. Delhi Capitals 44 for the loss of 2 wickets. And Daralingam says Dhoni played a captain's innings in the entire IPL this season. Well, every season he does that, as Colin Munro now squared rise one through towards deep point. He will pick up a single, moves up to 18 of 18. Delhi 45 for 2. And I think with the fact that Dhawan and Munro both were left-handers as well at a point in time when Dhoni introduced Harbhajan Singh, and then with obviously Shreyas Iyer coming in, he's like, we still have a left-hander, and that too a foreign player. They generally struggle against spin, so he's having Bhaji continue from this end. 45 for 2, Delhi Capitals, long off in position along with long on. Extra cover in the 30-yard circle as he bowls a short one now, and on the back foot goes Shreyas Iyer, cuts one away, but there is a fielder at deep point, and that will just be a single for the Delhi captain.
So it's 46 for 2 with that single in 7.2 overs. Good bowling, good captaincy by Mahendra Singh Dhoni, and Astute Survivor saying that if DC score anything between 170 to 190, then they might get over to uncharted winning territories against the formidable foes. But I think even if they score 165, 170, I think they will be backing themselves to make a real match out of it, because the top order of the Chennai Super Kings have been struggling, and if they get early wickets over there, that big wicket of Mahendra Singh Dhoni obviously will be the big one, but you need to get the top order quickly. But before that, you need to bat out really well and make sure that you bat out the entire 20 overs.
Absolutely, as Bharji now bowls another one, slightly shortage outside the off-stump square, driven away, but wonderful shot through covers. That will be 4 for Colin Munro. This time plays it a lot straighter rather than cutting it behind square on the off. He gets it in front of point, and Dhoni is just seen there shaking his head, saying, Bharji, what are you doing? You're so experienced, you can't do it. I'm proud of being, from Uttarakhand is Indradev Saklani, and very nice, as he says to Harbhajan Singh, as Dhoni is an amazing captain and will win, definitely, says Shambhu Odial. 50 up for Delhi with that boundary, as Bharji bowls another one, this time played inside out over extra cover. Another beautiful shot that from Colin Munro. That'll be back-to-back boundaries for the left-handed New Zealander. Once again, Delhi wrestling the momentum back, and the score moves up to 54 for 2.
Well, this has to be the shot of the day so far by Colin Munro. What a shot that was, inside out, playing Harbhajan Singh against the spin, and with the spin, I beg your pardon, over there, and it just goes over the cover fielder's head, and 2 boundaries on the trot now for the New Zealand batsman. He moves on to 26 of 21 deliveries. Final ball of the over, this time a tight line and length by Harbhajan Singh. Middle and leg is the region where he bowled, and just defended sensibly by Colin Munro. So the score now after 8 overs is 54 for 2. The partnership now between the two is worth 17 runs, and Shreyas Iyer will also have to contribute from the other end. He's been in good form in the IPL as well. He wasn't able to perform against the Sunrise Hyderabad. He went out quite cheaply. He scored just 8 runs against them, and might be looking to redeem himself. Sanchi Pawar back with us, and I'm sure you're supporting Chennai Super Kings, but well, it's quite obvious that we are supporting Delhi Capitals over here.
Yes, Sachi, it's you versus us today. It's Chennai versus Delhi, and hopefully we'll see a great game of cricket in Visakhapatnam. Indradev Saklani wants a few sixes, and not understanding that whom should I support today. Well, I thought you've always supported Dhoni and Chennai, Sachi. So where's the problem with that? It's people like us who have a problem. We've always supported Delhi Capitals, but the heart is with Mahendra Singh Dhoni as well.
I think she might be from Delhi, but she has been supporting Chennai Super Kings because of the disappointments that Delhi Capitals have shown over the years. But this time I think she might be in a conundrum over here. Single taken over here by Shreyas Iyer. In fact, that was leg buys. So 1 run over here, 55 for 2 now the score moves on to, and Mahendra Singh Dhoni being busy as always from behind the stumps, and along with that he's also lightning quick from behind the stumps. So you can just imagine what kind of an athlete this player is. It's 55 for 2 as good delivery by Ravindra Jadeja. Slog sweeps it does. Colin Munro single taken over here as well. So the good thing for Delhi Capitals are that they're not using up balls. They're not using up balls. They do not have a lot. They're not taking their time. They're making sure that even if they're not getting the boundaries, they do keep on manage to take the singles.
Absolutely, keeping the scoreboard ticking, getting the partnership going on a roll. That's very important. As now another single pushed away through towards long on by Shreyas Iyer. He's doing the sensible thing. If there is not a boundary ball, he'll very easily work it away in the gap and pick up a single. So easily done. It's by Shreyas. He's on 5. It's 57 for 2 at the moment. Delhi Capitals.
57 for 2 in 8.5 overs as Colin Munro will have the strike now, and this time is middle it. Will it go for a? In fact, that's an easy take for Dwayne Bravo, who was standing at deep square leg. So 3rd wicket for Chennai Super Kings, enticing Colin Munro to play for the big shot. He was looking good in the middle. He scored 27 of 24, but and was going with his natural instincts of going for the big shot, but well, he hit the middle of the bat but wasn't able to get the elevation there. So 57 for 3, and more than a spot of bother now, you'll have to say, the Delhi Capitals. And good captaincy, good bowling by Ravindra Jadeja.
Absolutely, and Shambhu Odial says CSK will win. Excellent, and the fact that the strategies of Dhoni is unique, and well, excellent field placement there from Dhoni. DJ Bravo did not have to move an inch as Colin Munro went for that slog sweep and played it straight down his throat at deep square leg. Gone for 27 is Colin Munro. Delhi 57 for 3 with the final delivery of this over still to come, but the strategic timeout has been taken, or rather forcefully taken. So that means that it's time for us to take a break as well. We'll leave you with the news and we'll be back in just a minute. That after 8.5 overs, Delhi Capitals are 57 for 3 with Colin Munro, Shikhar Dhawan and Prithvi Shaw back in the hut. Shreyas Iyer still out there, and I think it will be Rishabh Pant who will come out and join his captain after the strategic timeout. So you stay tuned to Cricket Lounge and Sports Flashes. We'll be back in a moment.
This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot, will go for it, and will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes. It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. This is Sports Flashes live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap, looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports.
It's 62 for 3. Welcome back after the strategic timeout. 9.3 overs have been bowled by Imran Tahir. A scoop shot played by Rishabh Pant over there towards the final leg region. Well done. The young lad just waiting for the ball for the final moment and just guides it towards the boundary region. It's 66 for 3 in 9.4 overs. And Rishabh Pant is on 7 of 3 deliveries, while Shreyas Iyer is on 11 over there. And if we talk about Rohit Kumar Sahsani, he's here with us. Charanjit Koha, Aditya Singh and Bikram Sahu, Nurul Huga Ansari saying the Delhi Capitals will win tonight. And well, they've put Delhi Capitals in a spot of bother half Chennai Super Kings in the last few overs. And once again a single taken away by Rishabh Pant. It's now 67 for 1. And Imran Tahir is bowling his first over. He's already gone for 8 runs, and the good thing is that Rishabh Pant is not going for the big shots over long off, long on, or mid wicket at the moment. And I just hope that this goes on to be the case till the 17th or 18th over. Don't you think that should be the case, Karthikeyan?
I hope that is the case. We've seen him bat sensibly in the past few games. As now Shreyas Iyer opens the face of the bat, runs one down through to a short third man. Suresh Raina will chase it down and keep it down to 1. Good over that for Delhi Capitals. 9 runs coming off it, 5 singles and a boundary as well.
You could see that Suresh Raina was standing at short third man, your best fielder, because he knew Mahendra Singh Dhoni knows that.
That's one of his favourite shots for Shreyas Iyer through that. He scores a lot from backward point till third man. That's an area he scores heavily in as Shreyas Iyer, so he's got his best people there. And Aditya Singh says today CSK will win. He's Aditya from Bangkok tuning in. Excellent stuff there. Ravi Giri and Nurul Ansari, DC will win today. And Bikram Sahu says CSK will win this match. Praise CSK, don't praise DC please. We can't afford to lose one more wicket. So that's astute survivor saying, because every time we say something good about DC, they lose a wicket. Delhi Capitals are crap. They play very bad. And they played very bad today. Chennai is great. They're great. The
greatest team the IPL has ever seen.
Satyam?
68 for 3, and what bowling by CSK. You'll have to praise Shardul Thakur, you'll have to praise Deepak Chahar, Ravindra Jadeja as well as Harbhajan Singh. The 3 wicket takers, Deepak Chahar, Ravindra Jadeja and Harbhajan Singh. It's 68 for 3 at the moment in 10 overs. The current run rate is of 6.8, and a new bowler this time, a bowling change. It's Dwayne Bravo, who now is bowling his first over of the game, as Shreyas Iyer just dabbed him towards the mid-wicket region for a single, but there was a fielder over there, so no runs taken on that occasion. 68 for 3 is the score. Iyer is on 8 of 12, while Rishabh Pant is also on 8 of 4 deliveries. He struck a boundary, and Iyer on the other end hasn't struck a boundary, but that is something which is not needed from Delhi Capitals, and they need to bat sensibly. They need to make sure that they play the entire 20 overs. They need to get close to that 160, 170 region mark, because they have really good hitters right towards the end. Sheffer and Rutherford and Keemo Paul are big hitters of the cricket ball. Akshar Patel can bat as well, so they need to bat quite sensibly at the moment. Another dot ball this time by Iyer, and Pankaj Tandon is here saying that Pant's 65 of 30 could help Delhi to be in the game. Okay, so he's already giving in a prediction that he will score 65 of 30 deliveries. Well, we'll just have to wait and watch Pankaj. And Rohit Kumar Sahani saying that Delhi will reach 160. Well, meanwhile, it's a 68 for 3 as Shreyas Iyer goes for the big cover drive, and it has to go for a 4. What good shot by the skipper of the Delhi Capitals. The first boundary of him for the night, and the score with that shot now goes to 72 for 3. There was a fielder at sweeper cover, but this time it was targeted towards the long off region, between long off and covers. A good shot there by Shreyas Iyer. 72 for 3 after 10.3 overs, and astute survivor, thank you for that. And Chennai Super Kings, they've been doing quite well at the moment. Back foot punch this time by Iyer, as a single is being taken by him now. 73 for 3 now. The score moves on to in 10.4 overs, and it will be Rishabh Pant, the man on strike, who's on 8 of 4. And what an innings he played in the previous game. Single-handedly, you'll have to say. Okay, not single-handedly, but towards the end when Rashid Khan bowled a double maiden over, He scored 49 of 22 deliveries, and that one over of Basit Thampi in which he smashed 22 runs completely changed the complexion of the game and won Delhi that important eliminator. Coming back to this game, it's 73 for 3. Another innings of that sort wouldn't do Delhi Capitals any harm, because if they win today, then they make it to the big stage. It will be the finals. So it's 73 for 3 at the moment. Rishabh Pant is the man on strike as he just flicks it away to a square leg. Another single taken over here. Score moves on to 74 for 3 in 10.5.
Head-to-head between the two sides is heavily stacked in Chennai's favour. 20 matches, 14 wins for CSK and only 6 for Delhi Capitals. And Rishabh Pant, what an innings he played against the Sunrisers Hyderabad. 49 of 21 deliveries, but in the end just couldn't finish the game, couldn't end it for Delhi Capitals. He'd be hoping that he can stay out there in the middle till the end. Can Rishabh Pant, and if he does so, I think 160, 170 could easily be on the scorecard for Delhi Capitals as Bravo bowls another one. This time worked away towards mid-wicket, straight to the fielder in the 30-yard circle, and that will be a dot ball. 74 for 3 after 11 overs are Delhi Capitals at the moment. Shreyas Iyer and Rishabh Pant, two boys who scored more than 400 runs for Delhi Capitals this season, and they'd want that form to continue, and they'd want that this run scoring that they've gone on to continue as well. Thank you Shambhu Odial for those lovely comments. And what is Mabir? Yes, Yaprak Germany always supports us. That's great. And that wasn't a good shot by Iyer. That was a bad ball by CSK. Praising CSK, says Astute Survivor. Yes. It was a normal shot. Nothing great about that, Astute Survivor.
Anyone could play that.
Yeah, anyone could play that. Was just very poor from CSK, and I hope they, Chennai Super Kings are great.
Well, greatest of all time, we'll have to say. This time a short delivery by Imran Tahir went for the cutter. Did Rishabh Pant couldn't connect it straight into the gloves of Mahendra Singh Dhoni. So no runs taken on that occasion. The score is still on 74 for the loss of 3 wickets. Pant has to stay in there for as long as possible, along with Shreyas Iyer. Because the batting lineup, well, there is still a few hitters, but the problem is that they are not fancy players of spins. It's 74 for 3, 11.1 overs, half-beat bowl. Imran Tahir bowling his second over of the game. Once again, a loopy delivery, and it's quite obvious that he's enticing Rishabh Pant. Go for the big shot. He's begging him to smash him over long off for a big 6. But Rishabh Pant, what does he do? He just takes a single by guiding it towards long off and gives his skipper the strike. It's 75 for 3. As Shreyas Iyer will now be the man on strike. 11.2 overs have been bowled as Imran Tahir rolls in another one, and that's a top edge. That might just be another wicket. Standing at point, it's Suresh Raina who takes the catch, and things becoming quite horrible at the moment for Delhi Capitals, you'll have to say, because he was playing against the spin over here was Shreyas Iyer. They've lost 4 wickets now, 75 for 4. They've lost Shikhar Dhawan, Prithvi Shaw, Shreyas Iyer, as well as Colin Munro. Rishabh Pant is still in there, but that's just immense pressure on him, because 9 overs still remain, and there wasn't need to do that from Shreyas Iyer.
Well, there wasn't, and it was a flight to delivery. Was the googly turning in, went for that slog sweep, did Shreyas Iyer, and as a captain you have to play a little more responsibly, but in the end, ballooning one in the air and taken there by Suresh Raina and that's wicket number 4 down for Delhi Capitals. Shreyas gone for 13.
75 for 4 now in 11.3 overs. The current run rate of 6.52. The last wicket to fall was of Shreyas Iyer, and the problem with DC has been that they've been able to accumulate partnerships of 20 odd runs, but while striking that partnership of 20 odd runs, they end up losing a wicket, and that has been the story so far for them. 75 for 4. They need to get close to that 160 region mark if they have to challenge Chennai Super Kings, because they're facing the defending champions of the Indian Premier League. Let's be honest, they have to score anything more than 160 over here. Rishabh Pant, well, you'll have to say that he might turn out to be the final hope for Delhi Capitals, but leaving it to him time and time again, I think the law of averages also might not be in favour of him today, but I guess he just has to do it all over again. As Akshar Patel is the new batsman to be brought in, as he just negates the spin of Imran Tahir and takes the single, giving Rishabh Pant the strike. Score now moves on to 75 for 4 in 11.3 overs, and you can see Shafin, Rutherford and Keemo Paul are obviously not good players at the spin, and that is exactly why that they've been restricted in the camp, in the dugout. And well, Shreyas Iyer, he'll be disappointed what he did over there. no requirement of doing that. And if Chennai Super Kings do get one more wicket, that too of Rishabh Pant, then I think Delhi might not even score 120 over here. It's 77 for 4 at the moment in 11.5 overs. Brilliant bowling by Chennai Super Kings once again.
Well, if Akshar Patel is coming in and bat at number 6, then you know that it's not a very, very big batting lineup. That's for sure from the Delhi Capitals. As Tahir bowls another one and driven down the ground by Akshar Patel towards long on. He'll pick up a single and a wicket taking over that from Imran Tahir. 4 runs and a wicket in that. He's now given away 13 runs, picked up a wicket in the 2 overs that he has bowled. As Mario D'Souza says, good evening from Ireland. A very good evening, brother. How are ya? He's just tuned in and he says, you hope for a good contest tonight, although I'm inclined to support DC, fingers crossed. Well, so are we, but right now in a bit of bother are Delhi Capitals, Sachi Pawar. So at last I decided to support CSK because of Mahi. Well, you've always supported CSK and Mahendra Singh Dhoni. You have Sachi. Mohammad Uzul also with us, and Namdev Nayak says CSK will win the contest, this one that is. Very good evening, says Unnati Pandey. Very good evening, Unnati, how are you? And we've got Rohit Kumar Sahani also wishing us very, very good evening. Good evening to all of you. Very warm welcome to Cricket Lounge. And right now Delhi in a bit of bother. They need Rishabh Pant to bat till the very end and go on and get some runs, a respectable total on the board, so that they can give their bowlers some chance and then try and nick this game away from Chennai Super Kings. Chennai Super Kings, my best player is Mahendra Singh Dhoni, says Mahesh Pargai. As now DJ Bravo will come in and bowl his second over number 13, that is of this Delhi innings. As far as this venue is concerned, in the last 12 matches, batting first have been won by 6, batting second they've also won 6, so it's fairly equal. So you bat first, bat second in the last 12 games hasn't made a lot of difference. And Meet Koradia is also with us. Very good evening and thank you so much for your love. As Bravo bowls one slower off cut punt. In fact, it's Akshar Patel goes for a big heave, misses it completely. Current run rate 6.41, and at this rate Delhi will get to around 128, which will not be enough because the average batting total, batting first in the last 12 IPL matches here is 158.
Well, since the average is 158 on this ground, they will have to target that over here. And if there is any player who could do that, it's Rishabh Pant. But he has to be complimented from the other end, from the other batsmen as well, because you can't just leave it up to him. It's 78 for 4. Meanwhile, 2 dot deliveries have been bowled by Dwayne Bravo. Akshar Patel is in the middle out there. He's on 2 of 3 deliveries, and Rishabh Pant, he's on 11 of 8 deliveries. And Suresh Raina, like a really good elder brother, it seems like he's just tying the shoelaces of his younger brother, you'll have to say, Rishabh Pant.
And it's good to see, that obviously both of them not in the World Cup squad, one being a reserve, but still he's getting ample support despite being in rival camps right now. As now Bravo bowls another one in line with the off stump, driven away towards long off by Akshar, and he will pick up a single easily. So this is good to see that Rishabh Pant is batting sensibly. He's not trying to go crazy from word go, and we saw that in the last few innings from Rishabh Pant. He comes out, starts to bat easily, gets his eye in, and then goes on and gets the onslaught going, which Delhi certainly need a lot, to be honest, as far as that onslaught is concerned. But not now. Maybe over number 16 onwards he can start, and 15-20 runs in those overs in the last 3-4 overs can propel Delhi to close to 150, maybe 160 if possible. It's 79 for 4 right now for Delhi Capitals, and a lot of responsibilities on Rishabh Pant.
Well, it's today is like one of his biggest audition tonight, because we have been stating Rishabh Pant as a prodigy of Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He needs to play an MS Dhoni knock tonight, because if we look at this season's IPL, then there have been 3 or 4 occasions when Chennai were 50 for 4, 23 for 4, 50 for 4, 70 for 4. Mahendra Singh Dhoni out of nowhere just comes in the middle, takes singles and doubles, and then accelerates even more, and then in the final few overs just goes berserk and puts his team to 170. So if Rishabh Pant manages to do that, which he is very much capable of doing, then I think he might just finally get knighted by Mahendra Singh Dhoni, who is currently starting from behind the stumps. And Gerald Coutinho is back with us, supporting Delhi Capitals, saying hello, gentlemen. Hope you're doing good as well. Gerald, Sanchi Pawar, Astute Survivor is here, and Prachurya Kumar Pradhan saying that the lack of, we'll get back to that, that's an uppercut pair, but it will be a simple catch taken by Imran Tahir at third man. And the next man to go is Akshar Patel, and once again just playing into the hands of Chennai Super Kings. They aren't doing anything extraordinary, they're just playing according to Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Absolutely, you don't play according to the situation, you play according to Mahendra Singh Dhoni, and he's now cut one straight down the throat of Imran Tahir, a third man, and that's another wicket down. Half the Delhi side back in the hut, 80 for 5, and it's Bravo who's picked up that wicket. There's absolutely no need for that. We saw Prithvi Shaw play that shot in the previous game, but he timed it well and he cleared the fence, but this time straight through to his third man, and yeah, wow, my ball, says Sachi Pawar. Yes, CSK on top right now as Bravo flies off with Akshar Patel's wicket. He's gone for 3, is Akshar Patel, and Delhi, like Wali says, in all sorts of trouble.
Well, the good thing about Delhi Capitals is that, and even if I have to pat my back as well, is that I've accepted that this was the furthest that Delhi Capitals could go, because there's a massive difference when we talk about the quality in Delhi Capitals, Chennai Super Kings and Mumbai Indians. I still feel that they're a batsman or two short when it comes to the middle order. If they find someone like a Dinesh Karthik or a Hardik Pandya in that middle order, then you can actually label Delhi Capitals as the favourites to win the IPL. But right now, the middle order, well, you can't just expect a top order to keep on firing day in, day out. You need to have someone really good at the middle order who could actually put in a performance of 35-40 runs. And if they had such players, then they would have been, I think, in a completely different situation right now.
Absolutely, they needed a proper, a little stronger middle order, that's for sure, because the bulk of the scoring has been done by their top 4 for Delhi Capitals. I've got Gerard Coutinho supporting Delhi Capitals because of me, and he says, but it's been pathetic so far, today's performance. I agree with you, as Sherfane Rutherford is the new man out, the left-handed West Indian, and plays his compatriot with a straight bat back towards the bowler. No runs on that occasion, and Ahmad Mir says nice, the follow wicket of Akshar Patel, and the way Chennai Super Kings have done a very good job. They've picked up 5 wickets already. It's 80 on the board, and all sorts of trouble are Delhi Capitals. Dinesh Malakar supporting Chennai Super Kings in this contest, and Rajveer Arya says Dhoni is good. Nope, Dhoni is the best according to me. He's just wonderful, is Mahendra Singh Dhoni. While we've got all of you tuning in, keep those comments flying in, and we try and read out as many as we can. But right now, as many as is something that Delhi would want, as many runs as they can from here on, to try and put a respectable score, try and put on a score where they can give their bowlers half a chance. As now it's Pant who cuts one away towards sweeper cover, starts off over number 14 with a single, does the left-handed keeper batsman Rishabh Pant.
The score now moves on to 81 for the loss of 5 wickets in 13.1 overs, as Imran Tahir is now bowling his third over of the game. And yes, we were talking about Mahendra Singh Dhoni being the best of the best when it comes to captaincy, the one who marshals his troops with utmost grace. But let's not forget that he's not invincible, because if you look at his record against Mumbai Indians, then that is one tough cookie to crack for the likes of Mahendra Singh Dhoni as well. And I think they should take, other teams should take a little bit of inspiration from Mumbai Indians and Rohit Sharma, because the way that he captains his side is phenomenal, and the quality that they have in their bench as well as in their 11 is commendable over here. But a review has been taken away by CSK. Will that lead to another wicket? Sherfane Rutherford, he was struck on the pads over him, and I think it was Imran Tahir who did most of the who just convinced Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Yeah, it was a flighted delivery just outside off, went for the drive, did Rutherford against the turn, the ball gripped and turned into him, the left-hander beating the inside edge, hitting the pad, missing the stumps, missing Dhoni, going away towards the fence for 4, but we'll have to wait and see. Was there an inside edge? Where was the impact? I think the impact is also just outside the line of off stump, but wasn't a no ball from Imran Tahir. That's all right. Now the question is, was there an inside edge? No, there wasn't an inside edge, so that's also okay. Where was the ball going? The trajectory, pitching, impact, and then after that following through, where was it going? That's the question that the umpire in Shamshuddin would be asked, the third umpire for this contest. We got Bimlesh Yadav clearly supporting the Chennai Super Kings. Hari Singh Ketu is also with us, and now on to the ball tracking. Well, this doesn't look good, and wow, the bounce was taking the ball over the stumps. So had that been, had Imran Tahir listened to Dhoni, it would have remained not out, but they would have had their review. The review is lost. Excellent decision from Bruce Oxenford. 4 leg buys is what Delhi Capitals will get as well. So insult to injury, another boundary as well, and losing the DRS as well. There is Chennai Super Kings. Imran Tahir says, how is that possible? How can that go above the stumps? He can't believe it. Well, the technology is there. Make use of it.
Well,
and Sharfain Rutherford lucky to survive.
Well, it's a universal fact. If Dhoni is not convinced with the decision, if he
don't take the DLS.
Do not take it. Do not take it. Make sure that you listen to your captain, because he's just. I think if he just hangs his boot as a cricketer, then he would do a wonderful job as an umpire, because right now we need quality umpires at the moment.
Absolutely. I don't think though, because he's associated with the Indian Army as well as Mahendra Singh Dhoni. I'm sure he'll probably go on and continue that association. As another googly beats the outside edge. Rutherford going for the big shot, and he clearly just can't get a hang of what is coming out of Imran Tahir's hand. Played for the leg spinner, got beaten. Played for the googly, got beaten. And Sachi says, oh, thank God it's not out. Yes, it is. And now again goes for the slog sweep and beaten with the googly. There is Sharfain Rutherford. He's played last three deliveries with three googlies. He couldn't pick a single one. The delivery before that was a leg spinner. He couldn't pick up that one either.
Our coach used to say, stop fishing outside the off stump. If you just get beaten over there, just take a single and give the other batsman a strike. But Sharfain Rutherford has is just getting tempted to go for the big shot. This time, finally, he defends it, and it's another dot delivery. So 4 dot balls, 5 runs coming off that over. A good over by Imran Tahir. 3 overs have been bowled from his end, and he's given away 14 runs. Has taken a wicket as well. It's 85 for 5 in 14 overs now. The overs also coming to an end. 6 overs remaining, while Delhi Capitals, they have 5 wickets in the hut as well. But Rishabh Pant, well, all the dependency is on him at the moment. If he gets a quick fire, 30, 40 or 50 over here, then we might get to see something close to 140, 150. But if he gets out right now, then I think it will be really difficult for Delhi to even get 120 at the moment. It's Lakshman Yadav who's here with us saying that CSK versus Mumbai will be the finals, and I think that was a prediction by most of the people already, that Chennai Super Kings will be facing Mumbai Indians for the 4th time this season. Rohit Kumari is as well saying that Pant needs 6,000 runs to win this game.
No, I think he's describing an over.
6-4, 6-4, 6-1.
Yeah, 6-4, 6-4, 6, and then a single of the final delivery so that he can retain strike. I think I'll be happy with that. DC will do good tonight, says Gerald Coutinho. I hope they do, and it all depends now on a little cameo from Rishabh Pant. Delhi will be hoping that he can bat till the final delivery of this contest and get the Rishabh Pant that we know, the maverick inside him, alive again, but not now. In the final 3 to 4 overs, that's when Delhi lead his onslaught and his assault. 14 gone, 85 for 5. Delhi Capitals, final 6 overs remaining. Even if Delhi gets 60 from here, they'll get to about 145. Not sure that will be enough on a good wicket here in Visakhapatnam, but Chennai's top order is struggling. If Delhi can strike early and then put some pressure on the middle order, pick up a wicket or two, a surprise wicket of MS Dhoni, then who knows? Just who knows? This can happen. Jatinder Singh says, Pant, come on Pant, you need to do it. As Rajbir Arya says, he loves our coverage. Thank you so much. And Astute says, let's enjoy and celebrate DC stay while they are playing. Losing or winning can happen. The boys showed valor. Yes, they did. And like I said earlier, nobody was expecting Delhi Capitals to get so far in the tournament. They were, they're one side. They're always written off even before the start of the tournament. But they've gotten off to the second qualifier. So that's a great achievement in any circumstances for Delhi Capitals. In the last 3.1 overs, Delhi have lost 2 wickets and scored only 12 runs. So the wheels coming off of Delhi Capitals' innings as now Sharfain Rutherford clobbers one down the ground and hits Rishabh Pant, who's gingerly walking towards the striker's end to complete a single. The ball goes away towards long off. That could have been at least a couple of runs, if not a boundary. And Rishabh Pant slow to get off the line of that shot. It was a length delivery. Hit it very well there and hit the right boot of Rishabh Pant.
Right, it hit the right boot of Rishabh Pant, and he is struggling over there. I think there might be a physio who might be able to come and give a look at him, and these might be worrying signs for Delhi Capitals. We just hope that he's fine at the moment. It's 87 for the loss of 5 wickets, and Astute Survivor, yes, I do agree with you. And I've said this earlier as well, that I've accepted the fact that Chennai Super Kings are a much better side than Delhi Capitals, and reaching to this point was, well, you could expect Delhi Capitals reaching to this point because Hyderabad were a subdued team with Warner and Johnny Bairstow not being there, and they did take complete advantage of that. But I think, like I said, in fact, one middle order batsman, if they just get in for the next season, then they might be able to perform even better. It's 88 for 5, and will that be a waist high no ball? It is a waist high no ball, so 2 runs on that occasion, and also a free hit. So
much needed free hit for Delhi Capitals. Will be Rutherford who will be back on strike, and Jatinder Singh says Pant will fire soon. That is coming soon. I hope it does. While Rohit Kumar Sahani has also put in a comment here, which Wally will read out in a minute. As we got Prachura Kumar Pradhan says heart says Delhi Capitals, but mine says Chennai Super Kings. Chennai will win, says Sitaram Chaudhary. But right now the focus is on the free hit. On that, now with the single taken, they can change the field. They can Chennai Super Kings.
it's 89 for 1. It's in the slot, but Rutherford couldn't get underneath the ball, and it's a single taken. This time it was a faster one ball by Dwayne Bravo, and Rutherford is completely disappointed with that. He knew that it was in the slot, and he couldn't time that with perfection, but it's a single nevertheless. 90 for 5, good recovery by Dwayne Bravo, you'll have to say. And Sitaram Chaudhary supporting Chennai Super Kings, Yabak Germany back with us. Jatinder saying that Pant will fire, and a record in the playoffs. If we talk about Delhi Capitals, well, it just tells the complete story of it. They have been in 5 games previously, and they've won just one, and that too against the Sunrise Hyderabad in the previous contest, which was 2 days ago, and they've lost the remaining 4. It's now another single taken by Rishabh Pant, as he is currently struggling when it comes to running between the wickets because of Rutherford striking him on the right foot. It's now 91 for 5 in 14.4 overs. Another decent over, you'll have to say, from Dwayne Bravo. 4, 5, 6 runs coming off the over so far. 2 more deliveries remain. No boundaries coming off of it, and I honestly don't remember when the last boundary came for the Delhi Capitals. And Sanchi Pawar is saying, well, she's asking if Karthik is supporting Delhi Capitals. Well,
Absolutely.
Absolutely, we all are.
100%.
Lakshman Yadav supporting Chennai Super Kings. Final delivery, in fact the penultimate delivery of the 15th over. 14.4 overs have been bowled. Dwayne Bravo has been quite good with the ball. He just conceded 14 runs in 2.4. Has taken a wicket of Akshar Patel in the process as well, as Rutherford takes a strike and just takes another single by guiding it towards the long on field. At 92 for 5 now, the score moves on to Chennai Super Kings. Will not have problems with the singles or doubles. It is the boundaries which might actually hurt them, but it's all going according to plan, you'll have to say. And with the kind of situation Delhi Capitals are in right now, I think the bowlers will have to work their socks off, particularly Trent Bolt, since Kagiso Rabada is not there.
Absolutely, and Ishant Sharma will have to deliver those early wickets, and then the spinning trio of the trio against Akshar Patel along with Amit Mishra as well. They'll have to go on and get wickets, not give away poor runs, poor deliveries, and they'll have to be 100% with every delivery that they bowl. Everything, it's like they have to be spot on in that 14,605 futures that Dr. Strange saw, and that the Avengers won only one. That one will have to be Delhi Capitals today. They'll have to be that good if they have to go on and win the game. Right now, single to end the over. The second strategic timeout has been taken, so that means 15 overs gone. It's 93 for 5. Delhi Capitals will take a quick break, and we will be back as soon as action resumes in Visakhapatnam. You stay tuned to Cricket Lounge on Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. This is Sports Flashes live. It's time Indian T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes. You are listening to Sports Flashes live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes. It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Sports Flashes Cricket Lounge with Wali Siddiqui and Karthikeya Sinha. The score is 93 for 5 Delhi Capitals and 5 more overs remain in the completion of 20 overs. It's Harbhajan Singh who's bowling the 16th over here. A single taken by Rishabh Pant on the first delivery of Harbhajan Singh as the score now ticks on to 96. 94 in fact for the loss of 5 wickets and well, things looking quite bleak at the moment for Delhi Capitals and they need to get the 150 region because if they get anything less than that, I think they will be quite disappointed. And Chennai Super Kings, with the kind of experience they have, in the playoffs, I think Delhi Capitals will be outnumbered when it comes to that. A good shot there played by Sheffield Rutherford. What a shot on the back foot. Just cuts it. In fact, that was a punch, a phenomenal punch by Sheffield Rutherford outside the off-stump region. That's a big 6 for him, and that is exactly what Delhi Capitals need at the moment. They can't rely completely on Rishabh Pant. The other batsmen need to show some responsibility also, and that is exactly what Rutherford has done. A big 6 over the cover region by the big Caribbean lad. It's now 100 for the loss of 5 wickets. 50 more runs needed if the Delhi. If the team management was asked the total that they would need, I think 50 more runs over here and they would be quite pleased.
At least 50 more runs, yeah. Single there through towards the backward point for Rutherford. He's moved up to 10 now, and now Pant will also have to fire in the final 5 overs. These two will have to go hammer and tongs now for Delhi Capitals to go on and get to a respectable score. 30 deliveries remaining, including in this over, so we've got in fact 27 to be exact. Delhi would be fancying their chances if these two fire to get about 50 to 60 runs from here on, and that will be a good score on the board. Then at least a score with some fighting chance for the bowlers. There's another single picked up here by Rishabh Pant towards the mid wicket, and that means 9 of this over from Harbhajan Singh. Bajji's picked up 1 wicket. He needs 1 more now, does Harbhajan Singh, to complete 150 wickets in the IPL, and I think he'll become only the 4th bowler after Malinga, Piyush Chawla and the other spinner in Amit Mishra. As now Rutherford goes big outside edge and taken at shot third man. Well, we were talking about a resurrection from Delhi. That's not happened, and it's Rutherford who's gone for 10, and Bajji now has picked up 150 wickets in the Indian Premier League. Only the 4th bowler to get to that landmark, and Rutherford is mightily disappointed as he walks off. Gone.
Well, he's gone for 10 of 12 deliveries, and once again a partnership of 20 odd runs, and Delhi Capitals lose another wicket. That has been the story so far if we talk about the game. And ever since the two batsmen had opened the innings, Prithvi Shaw, Shikhar Dhawan, we had seen a similar pattern. They scored a partnership of 20 odd runs. Prithvi Shaw was the first one to get dismissed, then Shikhar Dhawan along with Colin Munro striking 20 more runs, and Colin Munro, Shikhar Dhawan falling apart, and that has been the case with Shafin Rutherford and Rishabh Pant as well. 102 for 6 in 15.5 overs. Another wicket, you'll have to say, another crucial wicket, because Rutherford could seriously hit some big ones for the Chennai Super Kings, and it's a 102 for 6 final delivery to be bowled in this over. Keemo Paul might just turn out to be the next batsman to walk in. It's all up to Rishabh Pant now. We were talking about him being complimented from the other end, from the other batsmen, but that just hasn't been the case. He's batting quite sensibly out there. That's a good thing to that's a really positive note for all the Delhi Capitals fans, because he's on 19 of 16 deliveries. He struck 1 boundary, as in it has 6 so far, and Another interesting fact is that since 2017, the most number of sixes hit by any IPL player, it's not Andre Russell, it's not Chris Gayle, it is not David Warner, it's Rishabh Pant. Most number of sixes hit since 2017 to this season. So you can just look at his sheer ability of smashing the ball all over the park. Meanwhile, it's a dot delivery and it's a 1 or 2 for 6 now. As Harbhajan Singh comes to an end of his 4-over spell. What a spell that was, just giving 31 runs, taking 2 wickets in the process, one of Shikhar Dhawan, the other of Rutherford. And while Delhi going exactly with a run rate of 6, you'll have to say 16 overs, 102 for 6, and they would be needing anything more than 40 runs at the moment. Khalid Mehman saying that Delhi disappointed, quite disappointing, and Khalid saying that the match is over. It will be the final between Chennai and Mumbai, and they've just allowed Chennai Super Kings bowlers to dominate. Sitaram Chaudhary saying Dhoni is a master class. And Jitendra Patel, after Dhoni retired, then India will get good players. Well, it's very difficult. There's only one Mahendra Singh Dhoni, but anything of that level, well, not only in terms of cricketing abilities, but also in terms of cricketing intelligence, because that is quite rare in today's modern day game.
Absolutely, and he just reads the game so well, the situation so well, does MS Dhoni. It's unbelievable. As now Imran Tahir starts off another over, worked away towards the mid wicket by Pant. He'll pick up a single, moves up to 20, does Pant. And now we've got Kemo Paul there with Rishabh Pant, and I think the job for Kemo Paul should be face one delivery, take one single and get Pant on strike. That's all that he has to do. That's all he will want to do. Would be Kemo Paul, because of the simple fact that Rishabh Pant is the man that can guide Delhi to let's say about 150 odd here if they have to make a game of this. And as I said earlier, Bajji, 150 wickets in the IPL is now. Paul drives one away through towards long off, and he will pick up an easy single there, exactly what the doctor ordered.
104 for 6 right now in 16.2 overs. It's been Chennai Super Kings who've been dominating Delhi Capitals ever since the very first delivery. And if you get the openers in the first 6 overs, both the openers in the first 6 overs, then it's a bonus, especially if you're facing against the Delhi Capitals. And that's exactly where the Delhi Capitals have lost their plot. Meanwhile, a good shot by Rishabh Pant towards the mid-wicket region, just finding the gap, and it goes for a boundary. Beautiful batting by Rishabh Pant. Didn't even use power over there. He just times it, finds the gap, and gets an important boundary for his side. The score is now 108 for 6, and it's good to see that Rishabh Pant is batting in such a way. And I think this might be a blessing in disguise, the collapse that Delhi have endured in the previous few games, because that is what brings out the best from you, and that is how a finisher, that finishing mentality develops in your mind. So even though Delhi Capitals might not be doing well in the middle order, you'll have to praise Rishabh Pant. But what does he do in the next ball? He just top edges it. It might be a catch, and in fact, it's a six.
Almost there, taken by Chair at the boundary rope, and then he topples over the boundary rope, and that would be a 6. A very lucky break for Delhi Capitals and Rishabh Pant, and that's exactly what Delhi Capitals needed. A stroke of luck here for Pant and Delhi, and hopefully they can go on then and now capitalize from here on, can Delhi Capitals, as Imran Tahir is the man who was at long off. He's now been pulled up, and his position will be changed now. Went for a big heave again, Pant. Got it on the toe end of the bat using the long handle, and well, the moment he took it, he was already touching the rope. There was Deepak Chahar. Dhoni mightily disappointed.
He was fuming out there, Dhoni. You don't get to see that sight quite too often. But clearly angry was Mahendra Singh Dhoni, because he could have taken it with a reverse cup. He could have stood his ground over there, but just awards a 6 to Rishabh Pant, and you never know how crucial that might turn out to be. It's as good as a drop catch, you'll have to say, because it was a comfortable take. All he had to do was stand his ground, take it with the reverse cup, and the wicket would have been there. But Imran Tahir was all set to make his celebration, but at the final moment just looks up to Dhoni and just said, what the heck just happened over there?
Well, he made a boo-boo there, did Deepak Chahar. And well, certainly not everyone can be as good at the boundary rope as were some of the players that we've seen. There's slight hold up in play right now because of the 12th man coming out to get a bat for Rishabh Pant or a pair of gloves, and the umpire sent him back saying come back after the end of the over.
It's 115 for 6 in 16.5 overs as Kemo Paul goes for the slog sweep. There has to be a fielder at square leg, so it's a single taken on the final delivery. Imran Tahir comes, he finishes his spell over there. He could have got another wicket, that too of Rishabh Pant. And unfortunately, it wasn't the case, as Deepak Chahar just made a big mistake over there. 4 overs bowled by Imran Tahir. Once again, sensational with the white ball. 28 runs given in the process, and 1 wicket taken. we'll just get back to that, and it's 116 for 6, and 3 more overs are remaining at the moment, and the wicket of whom he took was Shreyas Iyer. So a big wicket over there, and we all know how dangerous Shreyas Iyer can be against spin. He scored 46 at Chepauk on that wicket, so he could have been even more deadly on this wicket, but he was quick to go back to the dugout. It's 116 for 6 in 17 overs, and they still can be able to. They might still be able to get close to that 150 mark, because if they reach 150, then I think the momentum will shift towards the Delhi Capitals camp.
Absolutely, 150 from here on. I think they'll do a great job. They'll certainly have that momentum, with that a little bit of momentum that is, and they will certainly want to go on and try then to put some pressure on Chennai Super Kings with a few early wickets, Delhi Capitals. But right now they have to focus on the final 3 overs that are remaining. Punt will be the key. Kimo Paul is doing the right thing. He's come out and he's picked up singles, rotating strike, and getting Punt back on strike, who's hit a couple of sixes this previous over. Now Deepak Chahar has got 1 over left, and a couple of overs for Ravindra Jadeja. Shardul Thakur has got 3 overs left as well. He was very expensive in the only over he bowled, gave away 13 runs. 1 over for Bravo as well, so I think it could be Bravo, Shardul Thakur and Deepak Chahar to bowl 1 over each from here on. Although Shardul can bowl more, I doubt he will, to be honest, because I'm not very impressed by the way Shardul Thakur goes by his business, although does pick up a wicket or 2 every now and then. DC will score 143, says Ram Moria. Vikas Sahni says Chennai will win today. Krit Thapa also with us, as it is DJ Bravo who will come in and bowl over number 18, his final over of his 4 over quota. 3 overs, 1 wicket and 16 runs is what he's given away. DC's first 6 comes in the 16th over, that is off the bat of Rishabh Pant, so that tells you how good CSK have been with the ball. Third man in the 30-yard circle as Bravo bowls around the wicket and bowls 1 down the leg side. Wide there, called by Oxenford, and that will be another run added to the total. Kimo Paul on strike. He'd hope that the first legitimate delivery that he faces, he picks up a single and gets off strike.
117 for 6 now in 17 overs is the score, and you can just see phenomenal bowling effort by Chennai Super Kings. You'll have to praise them, and that has been their forte. The spin department mainly has been the forte. Ravindra Jadeja, Imran Tahir and Harbhajan Singh. Well, apart from Mumbai Indians, they've just cornered each and every team in the IPL, and once again proving to be a massive point against Chennai Super Kings. It's 117 for 6, a big appeal, and well, if it did go down the leg, if that didn't clip the hip, then it had to be out, but no wides given over there, so, and the DRS hasn't been taken as well, so 117 for 6, but Chennai Super Kings do not have a DRS, so what was the timer all about? But 17.1 overs now have been bowled, and it's 117 for 6, but that was another wide.
Well, that was another wide. The only thing that was close to were the gloves, and if that's not a wide, that must have taken a tickle, and that should have been then given out. I'm not very sure what Bruce Oxenford was up to on that occasion, and we've got supporters of teams that did not even qualify for the playoffs laughing and thinking that they've done a better job than Delhi Capitals. We've got our very own Abhishek Pandey coming in the English box, laughing at the position that Delhi is in. I might just say, you didn't even qualify for the top 4, lad. So the moment we start giving him banter back, he says, my mom is calling, I'm going.
Mommy's calling me, I'll have to go over there. It's a 117 for 6 and 17.2 overs. Rishabh Pant is on 31 of 20, while Kimo Paul is on 2 of 5. Dwayne Bravo, good bowling effort from him. He's given 17 runs away, has taken a wicket as well, and the first 2 deliveries, well, he did bowl a wide, but the next 2 deliveries have been dots, so that is something with Delhi will have to avoid, because these are the final 3 overs. Kimo Paul needs to take a single or just give the strike to Rishabh Pant in the process, and there's an inside edge, and it goes to the final leg fielder. Good effort there by Mahendra Singh Dhoni to stop the ball, wasn't able to. 118 for 6 now with that single. The score moves on to in 17.3 overs. Well, with Ravindra Jadeja having a couple of overs, if you were Mahendra Singh Dhoni, would you give him 1 more over, or would you stick with Deepak Chahar and Dwayne Babu's last over? So would you stick with Shardul Thakur and Deepak Chahar?
I'll have to, otherwise I can give it over to Ravindra Jadeja as well, but you never know with Rishabh Pant out there, the ball turning into him, you can get stuck into Jadeja over mid-wicket cordon, so that's going to be, I think we'll just let Mahendra Singh Dhoni make the decisions. He's best at that. Khalid Memon says under 150 will be the score. Narendra Kumar says DC will get to 157, while Astute Survivor says DC can see the D, that's defeat, from here on. Well, we'll have to wait and see. I think cricket is a funny game, And now Ricky Ponting getting stuck into Anil Chaudhary, one of the, I think he's the fourth official in this contest. They're not very happy about something, our Delhi Capitals. And now the fourth umpire, he's been cornered and surrounded by the DC management, the players, Ricky Ponting as well. Amit Mishra giving him cold, sly looks from the corner of his eyes there as well. So, and I think it's got to do with something got to do with the grip of Rishabh Pant's bat. It's coming out, and they've got a gripper as well with the 12th man to come out and sort it out. But the umpire is saying nothing doing. Well, if a bat is broken and if your equipment is not at the top condition, you can stop the game for a minute, because this could prove to be difference between 130 and 150. Outside the off stump, and Pant drives that away through towards sweeper cover. Fielder there at the boundary will keep it down to just one. 119 for 6 Delhi Capitals, 2 balls remaining in this over.
And if you look at the last 22 deliveries, some runs have come off from the bat, but it's the middle overs where the runs haven't been able to come. And it was the umpires who had sent them back. Rishabh Pant wanted to change the grip of his bat, but wasn't able to over there. And the umpires must actually give it a look. It's not like he's asking for a runner out there. He just wants to change.
It's not runner. He's not asking for a sip of water. He's asking for a grip, which is a very important part of your bat. Without a proper grip, or if the grip is loose or coming off, it could cause a lot of problem for Rishabh Pant and in exchange for Delhi Capitals. So Shivam Kumar Singh is with us, and Titus Thomas as always tuning in. A very warm welcome, guys, and thank you so much for the love. Ram Morris says CSK is in control of this contest as Bravo bowls another one, and he's bowled him. Terrific Yorker, and the leg stump is uprooted as he gets into the champion dance. Does DJ Bravo? It's wicket number 7 gone. 119 for 7.
And that was bowled at a pace of 140 kilometers per hour. So that is exactly what Dwayne Bravo could do. Not only could he vary his pace, but he could bowl at some serious quick pace over there. And that is exactly what he's done. Another wicket for Dwayne Bravo. Another wicket for Chennai Super Kings. And the miseries for the Delhi Capitals just grows even further. 119 for 7. The final delivery is yet to be bowled over here. Rishabh Pant, like we've been saying, is the final hope. And I think it is because of him that Delhi have reached to a certain stage where I think they might be able to put up a respectable total. Otherwise, I think they would have been dismissed before 120.
Well, that's how it has been for Delhi. Either they're too hot or they're just too cold. Khalid Memon says match is over. Well, Khalid, we still have Rishabh Pant there in the last 2 overs. If he can go crazy like he went on Basil Thampi in the previous contest, we still may see about 150 on the board, 140, 150, and that may be a good, decent total. I won't say a winning total for sure, but something that can give their bowlers a bit of cushion. But obviously with the experience and the lineup that Chennai have, 140 may just not be enough. Kimo Paul's back in the hut, and it's not the Gangnam, it was the champion dance that DJ Bravo does, that he broke into both his fists, close to his chest, then pushing him away, then back in, then away, then back in.
Well, it's a 119 for 7 and brilliant bowling performance by Chennai Super Kings, and now it's all up to the batsmen to chase down this total with utmost conviction over here. But let's not forget the game between RCB and Chennai Super Kings, where RCB had scored a total of 160, that too on a pretty small Chinnaswamy Stadium. They were able to restrict Chennai Super Kings for just 1 run. If it wasn't Umesh Yadav in that final over, I think they could have done a much better job of it. But it is very much possible. But for that, the bowlers will have to rise up to the occasion. And the batsman who got out obstructing the field in the previous game.
He was that good. The bowlers can't. He was that good. Was Amit Mishra. The bowlers can't pick his wicket. He was given out obstructing the field. The entire field had to be be brought into play to get rid of Amit Mishra. He's picked up a single straight away, and now it will be a single there. No single, that's good news. There was a single on offer, they haven't picked it up, so Rishabh Pant will be on strike. Bhagwan Ram saying good, and my bye CSK will win, says Chinsi Yadav, and Mamoon Phone Good Store says DC. So a lot of support for DC and CSK as always. But right now, I think it's tilted slightly in favour of Chennai Super Kings, because the score is 119 for 7 after 18 overs. 12 deliveries remaining. That's enough for Rishabh Pant to score about 30-40 runs if he gets crazy. And if he can do that, Delhi will get close to that 150 run mark. And hopefully they can do that.
Well, if he scores 35 in the remaining 12 deliveries, then Delhi will score 156, 157 to be precise, and that would be a really good target considering the fact that they've been out of, they've been struggling throughout the 20 overs. So I think Rishabh Pant is going to go bonkers now. He doesn't have any other option. He needs to hit out or get out, you'll have to say.
Just hit out, not get out.
Well, yes, he just hit out, because the batting lineup after this is not much, because you just have Trent bowled Ishant Sharma, who barely bat, and it's quite difficult at the moment. It's a 119 for 7. The interesting thing would be that who would be that next bowler to bowl in that penultimate over. You have Ravindra Jadeja, you have Shardul Thakur, you have Deepak Chahar. I think it's going to be Jadeja, but it isn't. It's Deepak Chahar who is bowling the penultimate over, and he's been quite well. He's bowled he's given away just 16 runs in his 3-over spell, and has also taken the wicket of Prithvi Shaw. And let's not forget that he could have taken that catch of Rishabh Pant in that Imran Tahir over, so he has a chance to redeem himself and take Pant's wicket. You never know, he might just be able to do that over here.
Well, it is Pant on strike. He's on 32 of 21 deliveries. As now Pant clobbers one away through towards the wideish mid-wicket region. They'll come back for the second, will he? They're looking to come back for the second, and yes, he will. Excellent stuff this by Rishabh Pant. 2 runs added to his and Delhi's total. As Titus Thomas says, Mishra can play a handy knock. He can hit the ball out of the park. Well, he can certainly. He is capable of that. Will he be able to do that? That's a different question for Delhi Capitals to answer. We'll have to wait and see, but a couple of runs picked up and taken off the first delivery of this over from Deepak Chahar. Who's going to bowl the last over then? Will it be Shardul Thakur? And if it is, then well, good news for Delhi Capitals, because they can then score a few off his over. Next delivery slightly short, again pulled in that same region, more closer towards the mid-wicket fielder. We have picked up one. They're taking on Ravindra Jadeja. He's coming back for the second, and he'll complete that again. Wonderful running that from Rishabh Pant. He just cannot and does not want to give strike to Amit Mishra.
Well, that's good running. You'll have to praise Rishabh Pant over here, and well, a reminiscent of Mahendra Singh Dhoni's batting over here. He's not only relying on boundaries and sixes, but he's also taking the quick ones and twos, and good batting, and also good running by Amit Mishra, because he's not the quickest of runners, but in spite of all that, he's backing himself to take the second run, and that is exactly what he's done there for the second time over there. It's 123 for 7 now, and 4 runs coming on the first 2 deliveries. Rishabh Pant hasn't got a boundary so far, as he faces what a shot that was. He's just reverse sweep that, and that's gone towards the covers region, but I thought that was going over third man, and there wasn't need to do that. I think he could have just when we thought he was playing sensibly, he does that, and he just takes a single.
That's Rishabh Pant for you. And now a single picked up with Mishra on strike now. And they've come back for the second, have they? Well, this is poor from Chennai Super Kings.
Oh.
Well, they picked up a single. The throw came in, and no one was backing up. It went through towards the boundary rope, and they come back for the second. This is very, very clever. Poor from Chennai, good from Delhi. It was, I think, if I can call that, Wally, a reverse pull. The throw came in from the cover fielder, Sunesh Raina. They were all over the place. And he was coming back for the second as well. Can you believe it? This is Chennai Super Kings. You don't expect that. Ambati Naidu there with the throw as well, and he just can't believe it. What happened? 6 of this over, and that's up in the air. That should be taken, and yes, Bravo takes that, and what a good catch. Chahar strikes again. Now it's wicket number 8 down, and that's the big one. Rishabh Pant back in the hut. It's 125 for 8. Delhi Capitals, and as all of you are saying, most of you, well, now I think it is all over.
What a catch that was. That might just decide the match over there, because Rishabh Pant, had he stayed there for another over, you could have seen the score cruise to 150. But brilliant catch, brilliant timing of that jump by Dwayne Bravo. He's a sensational fielder, especially when it comes to catches, and he's done exactly that. And let me tell you, he's not 24, 25, he's way above 35, and he takes a blinder at long off, covered a lot of ground over there, makes a jump, takes a catch, but you'll have to praise Rishabh Pant. Good knock over there, sensible knock, mature knock. I think this has to be one of his finest knock in the IPL this season.
Well, again, I think the only thing I can point out negative is he couldn't finish it off. Couldn't bat till the end of the innings, could Rishabh Pant. But certainly, when everyone was failing, he's the one who got 30 odd runs, 38 to be exact, in 25 deliveries. So he's been a massive contributor for Delhi Capitals in this innings. Not the kind of innings we're used to seeing from Rishabh Pant, all slam bang, thank you ma'am. But again, he's done a good job, and I request Ravi Jadeja to bowl the last over, says Ram Maurya. Over, sir, says Khalid Memon. I think so as well. Sudhakar Kambat says 140 is what the score will be. And the last score, the latest score, I think the final score is what you mean, Sudhakar, will be 140 for Delhi Capitals. I doubt they can get there with 8 deliveries remaining, and Trent Bolt and Amit Mishra out there in the middle, as Mishra now goes for the big one. It's in the air. Will he clear long on? Yes. Oh no! He did clear long on, but it's still not a 6. That's because I think it was Faf du Plessis there. He's flown out of the ground, slapped the ball back into the field of play, and himself crashed into the boarding. What a fielding effort that.
Well, the umpires will give it a look, but what an effort that is, and that is exactly the difference between Chennai Super Kings and Delhi Capitals at the moment. 2 good catches,
And that's the difference between Deepak Chahar and Faf du Plessis.
Well, I think if he would have been over there, what an effort there by Faf du Plessis. Certainly, he stopped a 6 over there. In fact, no runs given over there. So he's compensated for that 6 that Rishabh Pant hit over there. And you could see Amit Mishra will be mighty disappointed. But 2 runs taken nonetheless, 127 for 8. He will be eyeing another 6 away. He plays a sweep. What a good shot that was. Will it go for a 6? Oh, it's a boundary. One batting there by Amit Mishra. He could have got a 6 and a 4 with it. He did get a 4, but he could have got a 6 as well.
Absolutely. There was a full delivery just outside off, and he shuffled away towards the offside and scooped it over fine leg. Did Amit Mishra for a boundary. Good over there for Delhi Capitals. A lot of 2s coming in, and 12 of that over. 4 2s and 1 4 for Delhi Capitals. So 12 of that over means Delhi moved up to 131 for 8 at the end of over number 19. Final 6 deliveries remaining. The problem is it will be Trent Bolt who will be on strike, and I think if Trent Bolt can pick up a single, Delhi can think about getting close to 140 now, with Amit Mishra doing a decent job with the bat. And I told you, no bowler was good enough to get rid of Amit Mishra, so obstructing the field was the only option left. Bye-bye Delhi Capitals, says Ram Moria. And Stuart Survivor, the score is 131 for the loss of 8 wickets after 19 overs. Pant gone, the last man dismissed for 38. Amit Mishra is out there with the Trent Bolt, and they're doing a very good job, these two. As far as the final 6 deliveries is concerned, it doesn't matter who scores. Delhi need about 10 to 15 runs.
And it's Ravindra Jadeja who bowls the final over. As what does Trent Bolt do? He just blocks the ball, hits it towards Jadeja, and doesn't take a run. Well, he needs to play it with the soft hands and give Amit Mishra the strike as quick as possible. If Delhi score 140, they still might have a chance over there. Amit Mishra is that batsman who can. And well, it's Ravindra Jadeja who dropped his dolly. As Trent Bolt goes for the big shot, will it be a 6? I just think it might, and it's a 6.
So these, a massive one.
So these are valuable runs for the Delhi Capitals by the lower order over here. It's a big 6. The score now goes on to 137 for 8. And a couple of more, they might be on course to 150.
Well, they need 13 to get to 150. Dhoni's now walked up to Jadeja and having a word with him, saying, why are you bowling those slower length deliveries to a tail-ender? You know, they use the long handle very well. An 80-meter long 6 that from Trent Bolt. And we thought he could only bowl. What a cracker of a shot that from Trent Bolt. Clears the front leg and clobbers one over long on for a maximum. Dhoni's had a word with Jadeja now. He's walking back towards behind the stumps on the striker's end. And Trent Bolt, well, he'll say, forget about Mishra. I'm here.
Mishra couldn't hit that 6, but I was able to clear the boundary with utmost ease. Has Trent Bolt done that over there? As another delivery, it's a short ball and just misses. And well, has that gone on to chip this bail? Well, not quite sure over here. Dhoni is quite confident, so I think that's another wicket. So yes, it is a wicket, 137 for 9, and that is the length which Jadeja should have stuck to. And Trent Bolt, you'll have to say, good cameo. That's 6. You never know how crucial that might turn out to be.
Absolutely, it was flatter, it was quicker from Jadeja. That's gone through the wild heave of Trent Bolt, kisses the top of leg stump, and then goes to Mahendra Singh Dhoni. DC has made me go quiet, says Astute Survivor. Gagandeep also with us. Bye-bye Delhi, says Ram Moria. And well, Trent Bolt's gone for 6 of 3 deliveries. And Delhi are 139 for 9 in a serious now situation of being bowled out even before 20 overs.
137 for 9, and it'll be Ishant Sharma to bat in the final over. It'll be just 3 overs for 3 deliveries for him. The sensible thing for him would be to give Amit Mishra the strike, but we were saying that for Trent Bolt as well, as he struck a big 6 over long off. If Imran, I was about to say, if Ishant Sharma does that as well, he might just do a massive favour for Delhi Capitals. It's 137 for 9 for delivery of the final over, as Ishant Sharma just plays it towards Ravindra Jadeja. No runs taken over there. I just have to feel sorry for Amit Mishra. He's just not getting the strike.
Absolutely, and you look at Ishant Sharma standing with the bat. It looks like he's got a toothpick in his hand as Ishant Sharma. He himself is like a tall tree, and with that little bat in his hand, well, he'd be hoping that he can do a good job. Dances down the track, clobbers one, does Ishant Sharma. 1 bounce, 2 bounce, and an excellent fielding effort, but it'll be a boundary. Well, the tailenders are getting runs for Delhi Capitals. 141 for 9 as Ishant Sharma hits one down the ground for 4.
Wow, unbelievable batting. 10 runs of the final over. Who would have predicted? And good batting, you'll have to say. And if you look at the last 4 overs, 39 runs have come off from the bat. And if you also judge the final 2 overs. Then 12 runs came in the previous over. Deepak Chahar 10 runs in this over, 22. While considering the fact that he hasn't done away, but Ishant Sharma struck another one. It's a big six. What a shot that was by
Ishant Sharma, you beauty! 20 overs gone, it's 147 for 9. Ishant Sharma has brought some smile back in the Delhi dugout. Everyone just loving it. In the end, 10 of 3 deliveries for Ishant Sharma, and Delhi Capitals have scored 147 for 9 in their 20 overs. That means that the target for Chennai Super Kings is 148. We'll quickly tell you what happened. It was Chennai Super Kings who won the toss. They elected to bowl first, and then in doing so they restricted Delhi Capitals to 147 for 9 in their 20 overs. For Delhi Capitals, Rishabh Pant, the top scored with 38, 27 for Colin Munro, and a quick fire 10 of 3 deliveries for Ishant Sharma. That's been the highlight for me so far. 27 for Munro, as I said, 18 for Dhawan, and as far as the wickets were concerned, 2 wickets each for Dwayne Bravo, Ravindra Jadeja, Harbhajan Singh and Deepak Chahar, while Imran Tahir also picked up a wicket for Chennai Super Kings. So that's the news. That Delhi have scored 147 for 9 in their 20 overs, and they set Chennai Super Kings a target of 148 to win the match. Guys, stay tuned to Cricket Lounge and Sports Flashes. We'll be back as soon as action resumes at the Dr. Y.S. Rajashekar Reddy Stadium in...
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes Live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap, looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot, will go for it, and will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes live.
Sports Flashes.
It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes live.
Mika Hakkinen, the flying Finn from Helsinki, is on his last lap. Looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot. Will go for it and will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet-tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes live.
Sports Flashes.
It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap. Looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot. Will go for it and will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet-tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero.
Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live.
Sports Flashes.
It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes.
Sports Flashes.
Good evening and welcome back to Cricket Lounge. Faf du Plessis and Shane Watson, the two openers for Chennai Super Kings. And it'll be Trent Bolt who'll start up proceedings for Delhi Capitals. The first delivery played away. The second one wraps him on the pad. Huge appeal for leg before the umpire says not out. Will they take the DRS? They've decided not to because the ball was clearly swinging down the leg side. Straight away some movement here for Trent Bolt. The target is 148 for Chennai Super Kings. And that one obviously pitching outside leg as well. And that early in swing, they're troubling Faf du Plessis on both the occasions. As now outside the off stump, punches it, but straight to backward point. They'll go for a single. Chance of a run out. It's not a direct hit, is it? Well, will they? Well, they've missed out 2 run out chances. In fact, they'll give away 4 in overthrows. No, they won't. What are you doing, Delhi Capitals? There was a chance of a run out at both the ends. A direct hit from Akshar Patel was needed. Well, he missed the stumps at the non-striker's end, and then the man backing up had a shy at the striker's end, which was well away from the stumps, and well, they could have run out both the batsmen. In the end, they ended up giving up a single.
Big confusion over there and big let off for the Delhi Capitals, for the Chennai Super Kings. You'll have to say a big mix-up between the two. Akshar Patel did a good job by picking up the ball. There was no backing up over there. Colin Munro threw the ball, but it was quite away from Rishabh Pant, and a horrible throw from Colin Munro. You'll have to say he was backing up, and it was quite away from Rishabh Pant. They could have got their first wicket in the third delivery, but Shane Watson and Faf du Plessis, you'll have to say both the batsmen survive, and Delhi Capitals will have to make the most of the opportunities that they get, because they're not defending a total of 200, they're defending a meager total of just 148. So they need to be sharp on the field, they need to take a stick onto the catches, and they need to commit themselves on the field.
Slip in position there, and third man in the 30-yard circle as Bolt comes in. Another one, this one driven away through towards mid-on. Wonderfully timed by Watson, but straight to Colin Munro there. And no runs on that occasion. Nervy start by Chennai Super Kings. They could have lost a wicket for nothing on the board, as both the batsmen, yes, no, and then both turned around towards one end, then both turned around towards the other end, and the ball, the throw that came in from Colin Ingram hit Trent Bolt before it could get to Rishabh Pant. And Shreyas Iyer saying you could have gone for the non-striker's end as well, Colin Ingram. Rather than that, he went for the striker's end. In the end, nothing as far as the damage is concerned for Chennai Super Kings. Dot ball to end the that's the fifth delivery. That'll be another dot ball. It's pushed away towards third man.
Well, all Akshar Patel had to do was give a catch to Colin Munro. That could have been another opportunity. Colin Munro could have gone to the non-striker's end and hit the bail. Colin Munro could have just flighted the ball to Rishabh Pant, but well, I think that is what just gives an indication of a team which is inexperienced in a knockout game.
Absolutely. Lacking experience there as far as crunch moments are concerned, Delhi Capitals. Now, final delivery from Trent Bolt. And it's dropped him on the pad. Another one with the appeal, but nothing doing, says the umpire. Inside edge from Trent Bolt onto the thigh of Shane Watson. The ball drops dead there. An eventful first over comes to an end. It's 1 over gone. And it's 1 for no loss. Ramakant Sahteli supporting CSK, Unnati Pandey also supporting Chennai Super Kings, while Paris Thomas here also with us as Upendra Upadhyay and Pawan Kumar. Pawan says CSK will win the match, so we'll have to wait and see what happens, but a very, very eventful start as far as this contest is concerned. Bhagwan Singh Rawat says hi. Hello Bhagwan ji, kaise aap?
Well, it's 1 for no loss. It could have been 0 for 1 if the fielders had used their cricketing intelligence over there, but it's 1 for no loss nevertheless. Faf du Plessis has taken a single. That was a big single, you'll have to say. And Shane Watson on the other end has faced 3 deliveries, hasn't taken a run so far. 148 is the target for the Chennai Super Kings, the defending champions of the IPL, 3-time champions as well. And well, the team who are waiting for either of the teams is Mumbai Indians, who are also 3-time champions of the IPL. and the final will be played on 12th May, that is a Sunday, and 7:38 p.m. is when the game starts. We'll be live from 7:20. So coming back to the game is Ishant Sharma, who's bowling the second over. Good fielding this time by the fielder at cover. No runs taken over there, and it's still 1 for no loss.
Wonderful effort this from Delhi Capitals, and I think you can sense the urgency in Delhi Capitals that they don't want to leak away any run. You see the diving stops coming in at covers and backward point as well. So clearly they're up for the fight here at Delhi Capitals. Ishant Sharma, he's provided early wickets for Delhi every now and then in almost all games, and Shreyas Iyer will be hoping that that can happen today as well, with both the openers struggling in Faf du Plessis and Shane Watson struggling for consistent form. That's been an issue for Chennai Super Kings, but head to head, clearly, as I said earlier, heavily stacked in Chennai's favour. 14-6 the wins for Chennai and Delhi, and right now it's 1 for no loss. Sedate slow start as Rawat Singh loves our coverage. Thank you very much, Bhagwan Singh Rawat. Required run rate 7.81. Now Ishant Sharma comes in with a slip in position, fine leg in the 30-yard circle outside the off stump, rise in the air, one bounce and through towards Shreyas Iyer at mid-off. Another dot delivery.
He played that on the up, did Faf du Plessis, but it was just short of Shreyas Iyer starting at mid-off. So a good start, you'll have to say, by Delhi Capitals. It's 1 for no loss after 1.2 overs, and they have to keep it absolutely tight if they want to appear in the first ever final of the IPL. And it will be their first ever appearance in the final, and it is another dot delivery by Ishant Sharma. So it's 1 for no loss in 1.2 overs. And Shekhar Singh and Narendra Bohra, Unnati Pandey, Rawat, Bhagwan Singh here with us as well on Sports Classes Cricket Lounge, as the third delivery is about to be bowled by Ishant Sharma. Good delivery, good length, defended by Faf du Plessis, bowled at a pace of 140 kilometers per hour, and no runs for Faf du Plessis. He's on 1 of the 6 deliveries, while Watson on the other end is on 0 of 3. It's a tentative start by the Chennai Super Kings openers.
Sachin Kumar Mehra also tuning in right now. Very warm welcome. Amresh Kumar says, thank you, Sports Flashes. I'm listening on your app. Just here. Came here just to comment. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for the love, Amreshji. As right now, Delhi are fighting tooth and nail for every run against Chennai Super Kings. At the moment, it's 1 for no loss after 1.3 overs. As Ishant Sharma gets ready to bowl delivery number 4. Aggressive stuff. This from Delhi Capitals, although they missed a clear chance of running out both the batsmen. Now a slow one from Ishant Sharma, worked away towards square leg. They'll pick up a quick single, and with that, it will be du Plessis who moves on to 2 of 7 deliveries. Watson yet to open his account. It's 2 for no loss right now, as Simhadri Sudhakar is also with us. Otis Mahabir, sir, did Dhoni make duck in his first ODI? Yes, he did, Otis. Wally's confirmed that to me.
A diamond duck.
Diamond duck.
He didn't even face a delivery, and Mohammad Kaif for the batsman who was going for the single over here, and who was going for the single back then. It's on 5, but he just refused in the final moment, and Dhoni was left stranded in the middle of the wicket as he went back towards the non-strikers end and faced a run out. And well, that was the most anticlimactic beginning, because the way that I was seeing him batting for India I really thought that he would smash a 70 of just 30-40 balls, but it was pretty anticlimactic at that stage.
Well, that's how Rahul Dravid started his I remember him in one of those games, run out earlier on in his career, and I was sitting watching with my father, and he said, well, India may lose, and I said, don't worry, we've got Rahul Dravid here, and he says he's just making his debut, and thus this is not the test debut when he scored 95. It was, I think, one of the games, and he was run out. I don't remember exactly the game number, but yep, I was very disappointed. But since then, obviously, we all know what Sir Rahul Dravid did for the Indian cricket team. The wall, as now Watson dubs one away towards covers, picks up a single, opens his account. He's on 1 of 4. Chennai Super Kings 3 for no loss after 1.5 overs. We all want a new champion. Delhi to win the IPL this year, says Titus Thomas. Yes, thank you so much, Titus, for the support to Delhi. I want Delhi to win. Chance of another run out at the non-strikers end. It's not a direct hit. And another single stolen from the hands of Shreyas Iyer at mid-off. A single to end the over. 2 overs gone. It's 4 for no loss.
Well, they are struggling at the moment, you'll have to say, Chennai Super Kings, because they're not getting the boundaries, so they're just going for each and every run over there, and that might just cost them a wicket. It nearly cost them the wicket in the third delivery of the innings, but they survived. And once again, 2 quick singles. It's 4 for no loss in 2 overs. A good start by the Delhi Capitals, and it will be Trent Boult who might be just bowling his second over from the other end. And well, the good thing about Trent Boult is that he started off quite well with the new ball, but he hasn't been able to finish it off in the final few overs. So it's pretty important that he does both the aspects right, because the score that they are defending is 148, and nothing more than 170. So he needs to bowl at his brilliant best, and needs to make sure that Kagiso Rabada isn't missed.
We got Vinod Ingale as well with us, along with Mohammad Tosrul. And Trent Bolt will continue as he comes down the track. Does Faf du Plessis drives one away. Chance of another run out at the non-strikers end. Another one. That's not a direct hit. And another single here picked up by Chennai Super Kings. They're risking it a lot here for just one run. Faf du Plessis and Shane Watson. And in the end, a single for du Plessis takes him to 4. And that would have been another run out had that been a direct hit. Well, he would have made it. But once again, nervy moments for Chennai Super Kings. Why Dhoni never bowled in IPL? Well, I'm not very sure why. Maybe just because Otis, he's had such a great bowling lineup that they never needed to bowl in the IPL for Chennai Super Kings. Aditya Kumar says wonderful coverage. Thank you, Aditya. Love it. Absolutely love it, guys. Mr. Invisible as well says hello. Is your other name John Cena? Because I can't see you.
Well, he's been an avid listener of ours as well, Mr. Invisible. Welcome back to Sports Plus Cricket Lounge. As Trent Bolt rolls into bowl another delivery. It's a good length delivery and a single that will be taken by Shane Watson. Good setting of the field there by Delhi Capitals. 6 runs now of 2.2 overs. Not a boundary coming so far from Chennai's end. And he's just bringing it in quite sharply towards the right-hand batsman is Trent Bolt. And he is a class act. People are, well, they do miss Kagiso Rabada at the moment. But Trent Bolt is one of the bowlers who is dominating modern day cricket with the white leather, so do not count him out. It's 6 for no loss. 2.2 overs have been bowled as he steams in to bowl the third delivery as a short ball. This time, that wasn't a delivery that you need to bowl to the likes of Faf du Plessis. He just pulls it, and an important boundary that might just give him some confidence because he was just taking risky singles at the moment.
Much needed boundary for Chennai Super Kings to relieve some pressure. 10 for no loss, then slightly short, and that's all the invitation that Faf du Plessis needed. Very quickly transfers the weight on the back foot and pulls it away through towards the mid-wicket region for 4, and it wasn't very short either, just marginally short, and that was enough. As Anil Bhai Rai really is now tuned in, says impossible win for Delhi Capitals. Well, nothing is impossible, that's for sure. A slight change in the field now with Point coming back in the 30-yard circle, mid-wicket being pushed back there as Bolt now bowls one on the off stump line, pushed away towards mid-off, going for another risky single, and this time no direct hit, and they will complete that single with ease. So 9 is what du Plessis moved off. That's 11 for no loss. Chennai Super Kings required run rate 7.9. Slightly worried there are the Delhi camp as you're making me famous, says Mr. Invisible. No problem, brother. Absolutely no problem at all. Guys, Mr. Invisible is just tuned in again. I'm sure you can't see him, but he's still there.
Well, he's always there with us. His presence is always felt in the cricket lounge. It's 11 for no loss in 2.4 overs. A single taken by du Plessis in that previous delivery by Trent Bolt, as Shane Watson, the man who has been struggling to find form, is on strike. He scored a brilliant knock of 96 against Sunrisers Hyderabad, but ever since that knock, well, he's subdued. It's 11 for no loss, 5th delivery to be bowled by Trent Bolt, and it's a good length delivery. Once again, a single taken as he just punches it towards the third man region. The score is now 12 for no loss in 2.5 overs. The good thing for Chennai Super Kings is that they can afford to negate the singles and doubles, because the target for them is 148, and if you talk about the runs needed, it's 136 in 17 overs now after this delivery.
So the target is 148 for Chennai Super Kings. Tenzing Sungrab has tuned in, and well, no need to say sorry, brother, because well, it's a Friday night. You do deserve to go out, and obviously with the region that I'm in, it's a dry day for 48 hours, so you can imagine how I am struggling and suffering. Karishma Panthi says Delhi Capitals will win the game, and I think if Delhi lose today, Karthik sir will not come in the final match in the chit chat. No, I will, Titus, don't worry about that. I will come in, at least if I've gone through the entire tournament. Why will I miss the final? So yeah, even if Delhi lose today, I will be there in the final.
It's just that our loyalties will shift to Chennai Super Kings.
Absolutely, straight away. Can't stand Mumbai winning then, because it will be Mumbai versus MS Dhoni, and obviously it will be show and support for Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Faf du Plessis on 10, Shane Watson on 3 overs gone. It's 13 for no loss. Chennai Super Kings, 135 needed in 17 overs. That's 7.94 an over from here on.
So a good start from Delhi Capitals. You'll have to say just one boundary coming in that 3 overs of Trent Bolt. That one boundary came off, and Ishant Sharma bowling a wonderful over as well. He just gave over 3 runs in that over, first over of his. So they need to take wickets as well. They just don't need to restrict Chennai Super Kings with a few runs, but they also need to chip in with the wickets, because It's just 148 that is defending over here as Ishant Sharma rolls into ball. His first delivery of the second over. He comes down the track, does fifth to Duplessis. Wasn't able to connect it, and once again, was there a miscommunication between the two batsmen? What are they? Are they not hearing each other? What is the problem with them right now?
I'm not very sure. Came down the track, wanted to go for the big shot there. Did Faf du Plessis, got the toe end of the bat. The ball goes away towards mid-off. Watson backing up away. Too much for his liking. Turns around, tries to get back to the safety of his crease, but again, not a direct hit from Delhi Capitals, and we've seen that they've had about 5 to 6 attempts already and not one has hit the stumps, and there was an occasion when they had chances to run out both batsmen at different ends, but they failed to do that as well, did Delhi Capitals. Will that hurt them? We'll have to wait and see. As now Faf comes down the track and the keeper can't gather it cleanly. They will still not come for a single. Faf wanted a single. Watson said no. Then Watson said yes. Then Faf said no. A lot of yes and no's happening there. Slower off cutter. Wonderful delivery from Ishant Sharma. Sails over the top of off and middle stump and bounces in front of Rishabh Pant, who failed to gather it cleanly. But in the end, no damage done. Another dot delivery here. 13 for no loss. Chennai Super Kings after 3.2 overs. The required run rate now above 8.10.
That's wonderful bowling by Ishant Sharma, and Faf du Plessis is now just predetermining every shot. He's just coming down the track in every ball, and that is something which he needs to change because it's getting quite predictable for the bowlers of Delhi Capitals. Good delivery there by Ishant Sharma. Almost knocked him off, but just survived. Has Faf du Plessis. It's 13 for no loss as now he's looking for gaps and a change in field as there will be a deep mid-wicket. So even if Faf du Plessis remains on the back foot and waits for that ball, I think he might be pulling it towards that region. So good field change by Shreyas Iyer, you'll have to say. Third delivery to be bowled by Ishant Sharma as he's steaming in this time to Faf du Plessis, a short line delivery, and you can see that fielder will now come under play, and Shikhar Dhawan cleans it up from that area. Single taken, 14 for no loss after 3.3 overs. Good over so far by the tall Ishant Sharma.
They've got fine leg and mid-wicket at the boundary door for Faf du Plessis, but what will be the field there for Shane Watson? Certainly they will change that, and Anil by rivalry, Yusuf Hussain and ERBP Yadav saying Mahi. I think Dhoni should come at number 4, says Mr. Invisible, and Sonu Naskar also saying Delhi will win this game, as Maya is also with us. Divakar Nishad says hi Divakar, how are you? Narinder Bohra along with Tenzing. No problem, Tenzing. There's no need to apologize. Had I been in your place, I'd have gone out too as well. Don't worry about it. But it's 14 for no loss. Fourth delivery outside the off stump. Watson opens the face of the bat, runs it down towards short third man. Stopped there. Another dot delivery. Every dot delivery, there's pressure piling up on Chennai Super Kings.
Good start for Delhi, you'll have to say. 14 for no loss now. And it's been an awkward situation for Chennai Super King. The two batsmen of Chennai Super King, that would have been the funniest run out had it occurred, because they were running on the same side, both the batsmen. And they just survived over there. 14 for no loss, but you never know. It's turning out to be a blessing in disguise at the moment, because the two batsmen haven't been able to do much, because Suresh Raina is in good form, and if he came at number 3, we would have seen a few good shots by him.
Absolutely, and Suresh Raina is an aggressive little customer. He starts off very well, and Delhi will be hoping that these two bat at the slow rate that they're doing. One is at a strike rate of 73, one's got a strike rate of about 45, as CSK Anil Bhairabari wants CSK to lose. So clearly supporting Delhi Capitals there as Shan Bose, the next delivery, good one in line with the middle stump, tucked away towards mid-wicket. Only a single there for Watson. They're dealing in singles right now. Faf du Plessis and Shane Watson. Du Plessis is on 11, he's on strike now. Watson with that single has moved up to 4 of 8 deliveries, and the score has now turned towards 15 after that single from Shane Watson. So a very, very good start by Delhi Capitals as far as restricting the runs is concerned, but they still haven't got the wicket, the early breakthroughs that they would have hoped for. Current run rate 3.91, required run rate 8.23. So they need to step it up here. Chennai Super Kings quickly make use of the power play, otherwise they could find themselves having an uphill task, chasing down whatever is remaining outside the off stump, and then clobbered back off the inner half of the bat from Faf du Plessis towards mid-on. Single there to end the over. Good over from Ishant Sharma. 3 runs off it, 4 overs gone. It's 16 for no loss. Current run rate only 4 for Chennai Super Kings.
Brilliant bowling by Ishant Sharma, you'll have to say, and don't you dare call him a student of that academy anymore, which we will not name. Brilliant bowling by Ishant Sharma, just 6 runs coming off that 2 overs. And Trent Bolt on the other end has bowled equally well. He's given away 10 runs in his 2 overs, just got conceded for 1 boundary, and he, just one boundary from Chennai Super Kings, and if you talk about today, it's 16 for no loss in 4 overs. The final 2 overs are to be bowled off power play. CSK not making the most of it, but the good news for them is that they just need 132 more runs to win. They can afford that, but if they lose a wicket or two over here, that might just add further pressure on the batsmen to come. Vinod Inglate is saying that Delhi Capitals will win this game. Anil Bhairal Bereli has also stated that Delhi Capitals need to win this game. Khalid Mehman saying that the pitch, how is it behaving? Well, it is a good wicket to bat on, but if you bowl in the right areas and you bring in the variations, then it can be difficult for you to hit the middle of the bat. So, and the average score while batting first on this wicket is 158. So you can just imagine, and it was in the air, played by Faf du Plessis, but just short of Amit Mishra. And they're just surviving other two batsmen at the moment. It's Akshar Patel who's bowling his first over. He made room for himself. It was played obviously towards the third man region, but just on the bounce to Amit Mishra. And this time it's in the air once again, but this time he finds the gap, and it will turn out to be a boundary, an important one for Faf du Plessis and Chennai Super Kings. The score now moves on to 20 for the loss of no wickets in 4.2 overs.
Good shot, that much better from Faf du Plessis, and then finding the gap between backward point and covers to get his 4. Tenzin supporting Chennai today. He says he thinks Chennai will win, but I want Delhi to win, obviously, for other reasons. I've got my fan and loyalty there. Saw the pitch, how pitch behaved. Well, Khalid, so far pitch is behaving very well. It's a hard surface. And now another poor delivery from Aksar. Backs away, does what's out. In fact, du Plessis, and plays it over long off for a 6.
Well, I think I have to question Shreyas Iyer's decision of bowling Akshar Patel over here. I think Trent Bolt and Ishant Sharma were doing a wonderful job, and I think Trent Bolt should have been given another over, and it would have just added further pressure on the two batsmen. But now with that boundary and a 6, Chennai Super Kings will be breathing quite easy right now.
It was slow. It was a half tracker, giving enough time for Faf du Plessis to back away and pick his spot, as Akshar Patel now bowls another one. Good, decent delivery, much better. Pushed away towards mid-off, and they'll pick up a quick single. So 11 of this over from Akshar Patel has released a lot of pressure from Chennai Super Kings. 27 now for no loss, and Khalid Mehman says Delhi 20 runs short. I do believe as well, because 148 on this surface was not going to be enough. But then we have seen stranger things happen in the world of cricket, so hopefully one of stranger things will happen today as well, and that's coming from a Delhi Capitals fan. But right now, Faf du Plessis scoring comfortably. Problem for Shane Watson though, because he's on 4 of 8. Du Plessis with that 6 and a 4 has moved up to 23 of 20 deliveries. As Akshar Patel now, arm ball almost there, goes for the cut. Does Shane Watson, inside edge onto his own boot, and the ball goes away towards the offside. No runs on that occasion.
And almost got that wicket with the angle, because his bat came at the final moment. The ball would have crashed onto the middle and leg stump. It's still 27 for no loss in 4.5 overs. And this time a good delivery once again, but well fielded at point by Shofane Rutherford. 27 for no loss. So in spite of being hit for a boundary and a 6 early on, he's bowled 2 dot deliveries in the end. So a good comeback by Akshar Patel, you'll have to say. 27 for no loss in 5 overs. The required run rate is 7.98, very much gettable. The runs required for Chennai are now 121 of 90 deliveries. Well, they have started off well. Delhi Capitals, if we talk about the runs restricted, but they need to take wickets in order to add further pressure on Chennai Super Kings, because if they take it deep, if Chennai Super Kings take it deep, then it's quite obvious that there's only going to be one winner in tonight's game.
Absolutely, they take it deep, then you've got the world's best finisher there in their ranks, and Anil Bhai says it looks like Delhi will lose, and Stipen Pratap is asking how much run. The score is 27 for no loss after 5 overs. The target is 148 for Chennai Super Kings. Samprish Sampi with us as well, says hello, and right now it's going to be very difficult for Delhi unless they pick up a few 2-3 wickets right now to put Chennai under immense pressure. And Faf du Plessis starting to get some runs quickly as Ishant Sharma comes into ball over number 6. Short delivery, pulled away through towards fine leg. Poor delivery, excellent shot. 4 for Faf du Plessis.
Easy pickings for Faf du Plessis. Just when we were praising Ishant Sharma, he bowls a poor delivery with pace, and all Faf du Plessis needed to do was time that towards the square leg region, and he does exactly that. A batsman of that quality will punish you 10 times out of 10, and he's done exactly that, has Faf du Plessis. Score is now 31 for 1 in 5.1 overs. Delhi Capitals, though they might have restricted the runs, they still need to get the first wicket of Chennai Super Kings. Faf du Plessis with that 4 moves on to 27 of 21 balls, while Shane Watson is on 4 of 10, so he's taking his own time. Has And another good shot this time by Faf du Plessis. This time he cuts it towards the point region. So it's 35 for no loss. 2 boundaries in a quick succession. Finally, Faf du Plessis showing some intent, showing some positive intent. That is also resulting in a few boundaries. So good batting there by the Chennai Super Kings, you'll have to say. 35 for no loss in 5.2 overs. And Delhi cannot afford that. It was once again officially played, but away from Colin Munro. And had he been a little bit squarer, then I think it would have been a catch. But you'll have to say good shot there by Faf du Plessis. Ishant Sharma has gone for 2 boundaries so far in his first 2 overs. And it's a quite tense camp at the moment in the Delhi Capitals. The Ricky Ponting, Sohail Ganguly and the rest of the people also having a conversation over there. If you look at the last 1.2 overs, 19 runs have come off from the bat. And it is the final over of the power play, so Faf du Plessis would look to get as many runs as possible. Final 4 deliveries of the over, as 8 runs have come of the first 2 balls. Ishant Sharma rolling into ball, another delivery, this time is short and it will be another boundary. Once again bowled at a pace of 140.5 kilometers. There wasn't a need to give him pace. It could have he could have bowled at a pace of 120, 115, rolled the fingers, but not the case. All of a sudden the pressure has been released from Chennai's camp. 39 for no loss as Faf du Plessis moves to a quick fire. 35 of just 23 deliveries.
Hat-trick of boundaries there for Faf du Plessis. 4-4-4, and that's why they were taking their time, get their eyes in and then go on the onslaught. And Sanyog Riasi says, hello, excellent coverage, thank you very much. The target isn't sufficient for the Giants of CSK, says Tenzing Sugrab. Amit Patil, in fact, Amit Patil also tuning in, and Dana knows this score is not defendable with this bowling lineup, says Khalid Memon. And Gokani Anand says that CSK will lose. It's 39 right now for no loss after 5.3 overs, as 3 deliveries remain in the power play. After that, scoring boundaries may be a little difficult. Now worked our way through towards deep mid-wicket where Shikhar Dhawan is the fielder. Single there for du Plessis. He's on 36 now of 24 deliveries. Watson is struggling, clearly struggling. He's on 4 of 10 deliveries. And Gokani Anand says CSK will lose by 10 runs, as we have both these openers, the 2 foreign recruits, although together they're doing a decent job, but individually I think it's Faf du Plessis who's gotten the momentum for CSK, while Shane Watson continues to struggle. Suresh Raina, Ambati Raidu and Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the next 3 in for Chennai Super Kings. Formidable batting lineup, and with a batting lineup like that, I think 148 might just not be enough. You got Dhruv Shori sat there enjoying and only fielding in this tournament, as now Watson works one way through towards deep mid-wicket again. Shikhar Dhawan pressed into service and only a single there. So Watson is on 5 of 11 deliveries, and talking about those 3 boundaries, pulled away towards backward square leg, then cut through backward point and shot third man, and then another slog hit over mid-wicket for 1 bounce, 2 bounce and into the fence from Faf du Plessis. And suddenly all that pressure that was there on Chennai Super Kings, that's been eased off. All the tensed faces have gone now for Chennai Super Kings. So far 14 runs in this over from Ishant Sharma. It's 41 for no loss. Final delivery of the power play still to come. Can Delhi strike? Here it was, I think the score was very similar, 41 for 2 for Delhi at the end of the power play, but after that is when Delhi got derailed, the train got derailed. Can that happen to Chennai as well? Final delivery worked away towards again deep mid-wicket, and Shikhar Dhawan again service, and 3 fours followed by 3 singles in that over. 6 overs gone. Chennai Super Kings 42 now for no loss. Will there be a strategic timeout taken? Yes, it will be. So that means that 6 overs gone, 42 for no loss, another 106 needed in the final 14 overs by Chennai Super Kings. Strategic timeout has been taken. It's time for us to take a quick break. We'll be back in a moment. You stay tuned to Cricket Lounge on Sports Flashes, and the news is that 42 for no loss after 6 overs.
You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a 3rd All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes live.
Mika Hakkinen, the flying Finn from Helsinki. Helsinki is on his last lap. Looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Sports Flashes Cricket Lounge. The score is 42 for no loss in 6 overs. It's Amit Mishra who's bowling his first over. First delivery bowled by him. He just drives it towards the mid-on region. No runs taken on that occasion. And it's 42 for no loss. You'll have to say that Delhi Capitals have done a decent job with the ball by not giving many runs. But the situation is such that Chennai Super Kings can afford to do that. And if you look at the Delhi score in 6.2 overs, well, they were 42. But they had lost 2 wickets in the process. While Chennai Super Kings are 42, but they haven't lost a single wicket till now. So it's quite obvious that Delhi Capitals need to pick a few wickets in order to put Chennai Super Kings, the defending champions, under some sort of pressure. As Amit Mishra rolls one, this time it was a googly. Good delivery there, no runs taken there by Faf du Plessis. Score is 42 for no loss in 6.3 overs. And SS Rawat is here supporting Chennai Super Kings. Anil Bhai saying good night to all of us. Good night. And Gokinda Anak saying that it's all in favour of Chennai Super Kings. There's a good delivery once again by Amit Mishra, but what does Faf du Plessis do? He just comes down the track and negates the spin, takes a single, sensibly done there by Faf du Plessis, and the score is now 43 for no loss. Well, the score is 43. Faf du Plessis in that is contribution in that has been 38, and Watson on the other end is on 5. So he needs to step up and assist his partner on the other end, because it's not looking pleasant at the moment. If you talk about Shane Watson, he hasn't been in the best of forms either. So he needs to perform really well with the bat. As Amit Mishra bowls another one, tosses it up, and a single taken by Shane Watson. But if he's not able to get the boundaries, a sensible thing for him to do is give Faf du Plessis as much a strike as possible, and that is exactly what he's done over there. Faf du Plessis will get to face the final delivery of Amit Mishra's first over. Just 2 runs coming off of it. Good bowling by Mishra, you'll have to say, as he rolls in to bowl his final delivery of the first over. He sweeps it, does Faf du Plessis, and it's gone for a boundary. So wasn't able to conclude it in the perfect manner was Amit Mishra, and with that boundary, Faf du Plessis moves on to 42. The score for Chennai Super Kings is 48 for no loss, and Delhi, well, they just had to take Faf du Plessis' wicket more than anyone else's at the moment, because it's him who's tarnishing the Delhi bowlers with boundaries and sixes. He's batting with a strike rate of 146 boundaries and 16 hits so far. It's 48 for no loss in 7 overs, 6 runs coming off that Amit Mishra over. And Faf du Plessis, you can just see it's 48 for no loss, and Faf du Plessis has struck 42 runs in that, while Shane Watson has just struck 6.
So that tells you what the difference is between the two batsmen right now. 6 runs coming out that over. And you got the best hip-hop saying CSK will win the game. Ashu Tiwari also with us asking about Lamichane. No, he's not here. CSK win is confirmed, says Stipen Pratap, as SS Rawat also supporting CSK in this contest. And Kesari Lal Yadav with us as well. We can't show you the match obviously because of the rights issues, but we will continue to bring you all the coverage of this contest, as it's 7 overs gone, 48 for no loss. Chennai Super Kings, a great start as far as CSK is concerned. All 10 wickets in the bag, and they have got one Faf du Plessis firing all guns blazing.
Well, it's a 48 for no loss, and 7 overs have been bowled. Amit Mishra did bowl that previous over. He did go for 6 runs. He just gave 2 runs in that over. On the final delivery, Faf du Plessis played a marvellous sweep towards the mid-wicket region, which awarded him and Chennai that crucial boundary. The current run rate is of 6.86. The required run rate is still a little more. It's on 7.86. Chennai, for them, the good thing is that though they might not be on par with the required run rate, they have 10 wickets in hand, and they have the best finisher in the world in their camp, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, as well. So quite a bit of batting remaining. Ambati Raidu is there too, Ravindra Jadeja and Dwayne Bravo, as well as Deepak Chahar, who can strike a few as well. It's the first delivery bowled by Keemo Paul, and he might have something to say as well on this wicket. He will be mixing it up.
Way down the leg side, Pant can't get there, wide and 4 as well. So 5 runs gifted to Chennai Super Kings. 50 comes up on the board with those 5 wides, as it's 53 now for no loss after 7.1 overs. What was that from Keemo Paul?
Well, that's just Keemo Paul, because if we look at his previous game against Sunrise Hyderabad, he was bowling quite well against them, and then all of a sudden he just bowls a big no ball and gets smashed for a 6. So that lapse of concentration is expected from him, and if you're defending something as small as 148, you need to prevent that. And another single taken over there, but the pressure has been released slightly after that a wide 4s, because it's now 5 runs, 6 runs coming off this over. 54 for no loss. The runs required for Chennai Super Kings are 94 of 76 deliveries. Delhi are still in the game if they manage to pick a wicket or two, because it will just add pressure on the Chennai camp, but for that they need to pick the wickets at any cost.
And they need to pick them soon, and not just one, probably in a bunch, a few, as now Keemo Paul charges in for the delivery. Number 3, slow one again, worked away on the onside. Shikhar Dhawan puts in a chase and will keep it down to 1. And with that, Faf du Plessis moves up to 43 of 31. It's a half-century partnership for Chennai Super Kings for the openers, and they haven't got that too many times in this season of the IPL. So finally, right when the business end of the season comes in, when the last 2 games, they have got on and done it of CSK again. 55 for no loss. And Amit Gautam, I hope the sound is clear now, as Raju Kesarkar also supporting Delhi today. Ankit Tanwar supporting Chennai Super Kings, and another poor delivery and another boundary here for CSK, and the man who is struggling to score runs, Shane Watson, been given a gift here by Keemo Paul.
And he's bowled 2 faster ones, and both of them have drifted towards the leg side region, and even the number 11 batsman could have struck a 4 over that. So Keemo Paul, you need to learn your lessons over here. If you want to put Delhi Capitals in the finals of that stage, then you have to play with some maturity, and such balls should not be accepted by Shreyas Iyer as well. But it's 59 for no loss. 2 unnecessary boundaries coming in this over, you'll have to say. 89 the equation for Chennai in 74 deliveries, and the top 3 was shaky for Chennai Super Kings, but you've just given the openers a partnership of 59 runs, and let's not forget that they would have been run out on the very first delivery. So it's 60 with that single, and they're looking like a deflated side at the moment. And Delhi Capitals, they still have a lot of cricket to play over here. They need to uplift themselves over here. They need to pick the wickets. If they pick a wicket or 2, they will be back in the game. It's 88 now required of 73 deliveries. Khalid Memon saying that Delhi is a good team, but need 2 batsmen like Butler or Smith. Well, I agree with that, Khalid Menon, but those 2 are top order batsmen. I'm talking about middle order batsmen. Delhi Capitals are in some serious need of a middle order batsman, because that is where they lack at the moment. Because had there been a Dinesh Karthik or a Hardik Pandya, I think the score would have been 170, 175. But that might be for another season, as it takes the edge of Faf du Plessis once again, and it will be a boundary, I guess. Good effort in the field. I think the umpires will give it a look, but I suppose it will be a boundary. So 3 boundaries coming in that over, you'll have to say. 60 for no loss. The umpires are giving it a look, and a terrible over by Keemo Paul, going for 16 runs if that is a 4. We'll just have to take a look. The umpires will give a look over there. Colin Munro did give it his all, and I think that's a 4.
I think that's a 4 as well. They'll have to have a look at the other angle as well, because by the time did the ball leave his hands before his legs crashed into the fence? Well, not very sure. He wouldn't want to be the third umpire here. The ball's left his hand. Not now. I think his body is in contact with the boundary rope. Still not clear, is that a 4 or not, but a good effort nonetheless. 100 marks for commitment there, an effort for Colin Munro, but has he done enough? That's the question. That's what we're waiting for the third umpire to confirm. But as things stands, it's 60 for no loss, and will that be a boundary? If it is, another run or two will be added to that total of Chennai Super Kings. The required run rate well below 7.5 now, so easy peasy for CSK from here on. Faf du Plessis on 43, Watson is on 12. We're still waiting for the third umpire to confirm if that has been given as a boundary or not. Better pitch today. Delhi needed 175 runs and they are short and will lose this match, says Khalid Mehman. Yes, as Bhagwan Singh Rawat says he's loving our coverage, and now it's been confirmed as a boundary. So 4 added to the total, 8 overs gone. It's 64 for no loss Chennai Super Kings, and with that 4, the score is certainly moving on for Faf du Plessis. He will move on to 47 now with that boundary, and Shane Watson now will be on strike when over number 9 begins.
It's now 64. The score will be of 8 overs, and I think Delhi Capitals should have taken a lesson from Chennai Super Kings, though they didn't get the runs in the first 6 overs. It was the power play, but they still managed to get some good runs. They are now on 64, are in cruise control at the moment, and they're not looking to bat an eye at the moment. Good batting, you'll have to say, by Shane Watson, and sensibly done once again as he's paddled it towards the final leg region. Shoulders dropping. It's another 4, 68 for no loss. Easy pickings, you'll have to say, for Chennai Super Kings. And I feel that it's all over unless and until they don't take a wicket over here. Even the camp, I think they'd look quite demotivated at the moment.
I think they've given up now, the Delhi camp, because of the simple fact that now even Watson's getting boundaries. First it was only Faf du Plessis. This time Watson gets down on one knee and scoops it through towards a fine leg for a 4. It was well away from that short fine leg fielder. A chase put in there by the square leg fielder from the boundary rope. He wasn't getting there. Goes for the sweep, top edge. Is this the break that Delhi were needing or looking for? And it falls in no man's land. Would you believe it? Colin Munro running in from long on, couldn't get there. The man from mid wicket couldn't get to mid on, and with that it is what was a chance for a wicket. Well, in the end it's turned out to be a single.
I think Prithvi Shaw should have gone for that catch. He was much closer to that ball. Even Amit Mishra could have gone for that catch, but I think it should have been the short mid-wicket fielder. Shane Watson clearly disappointed with that, and once again, terrible call by Delhi Capitals. They're just cracking under pressure, and that is the inexperience in the knockout game, you'll have to say. 69 for no loss with that. A sweep shot played by Faf du Plessis. It will be a single. They just have to do that now. Chennai Super Kings at 70 for no loss in 8.3 overs. And you can just see there was a top edge, and I think Prithvi Shaw should have gone for that.
Absolutely. I think, if Colin Munro,
it was inside the circle.
Colin Munro can run in from long on till mid on. I don't think Prithvi Shaw can not run from mid wicket to mid on. It's very, very simple there. It was Prithvi Shaw's. He never even called for it. So that tells you that the lack of interest there. Gerard Coutinho is asking Mr. Sinha, we are losing. Well, right now it looks like we are. 78 needed of 68 deliveries for Chennai Super Kings. 70 for no loss. All 10 wickets in hand. And luck favouring the CSK, says Khalid Mehman. As now Watson on strike. Back on strike. du Plessis picked up a single. He's too short of what will be a well-deserved half century. He's on 48. As Watson now drives this in the air. Through extra cover. Effort there by Trent Bolt. Wonderful stop. Could have been a boundary, but in the end it's just a single there. Excellent from Trent Bolt.
Good fielding there by Trent Bolt. It's good to see that he has something still. A spring up his step, you'll have to say. Good fielding there by Trent Bolt once again, and a wonderful throw. Only the one run coming off that. It's a 71 now for no loss in 8.5 overs. Amit Mishra hasn't been able to get a wicket either, and I think that is where they're missing a trick at the moment. And 71 for no loss. Final delivery of the over as Faf du Plessis just guides it towards mid wicket with utmost ease and takes another single. Or will they even go for 2? We'll just have to wait and watch. Single taken. Shane Watson might not be the best of runners at the moment, but with that single, du Plessis moves to 49. The equation is such that CSK now needs 76 of 66 deliveries, and it's a walk in the park at the moment for them.
Rishabh Bhuvan says CSK will win this contest, and Khalid Mehman says Sunday encounter very, very interesting with the CSK up against Mumbai Indians. That will be a cracker of a game. It doesn't matter how many times you beat a team throughout the tournament. It's the final that will matter. Right now, that's the over number 9 coming to an end. 72 for no loss. Easily going at 8 runs and over are Chennai Super Kings. And they should romp home. If they continue at this rate, they will romp home in about over number 18 or so. And Shubham Teli, the score is 72 for no loss after 9 overs. Rahul Kumar supporting CSK as well. And Delhi not just need a wicket, they need a few, 3 to 4 at least in quick succession. If they have to, hope or have a chance of getting back in this contest and try and make a game of this, because right now Faf du Plessis and Shane Watson are taking the game away from Delhi Capitals. Akshar Patel, who gave away 11 in his first over, has been brought back into the attack. Coming in ball over number 10, as now du Plessis stays back and pushes one away towards covers, and is a signal to the dressing room that he wants a different bat, a new bat. So maybe some damage done to his bat by the slow off spin of Akshar Patel.
Probably so. It's 72 for no loss, and he's been clobbering them, Faf du Plessis, with that bat. I guess that is the reason why he wants a new bat, but a good delivery this time as he just blocks it, does Faf du Plessis. Still a run away from his 50 in the IPL. It might be another, it is another good innings, and it just seems a long time ago when these two were in a mix-up, and it could have been resulted to 0 for 1, but now it's 72 for no loss, and that is exactly what's been haunting Delhi Capitals. With that single taken by Faf du Plessis as he guides it towards the long on region, another 50 for him. It's a brilliant knock by Faf du Plessis, his 12th IPL 50, phenomenal knock. You'll have to say he will have the intentions of taking it to the very last, in fact not to the last over, finishing it off for Chennai in a positive note. It's 73 for no loss, 9.3 overs have been bowled. Shane Watson on the other end is on 18, so the majority of the damage has been done by the South African skipper Faf du Plessis, as Akshar Patel will be bowling his 4th delivery of the over. 75 now needed of 63 as he paddles it. Does Shane Watson, another beautiful shot. You'll have to say there is a fielder, but they will take 2 runs over here, will the batsman. So the score with that moves on to 75 for no loss in 9.4 overs. 73 now required of 62 deliveries, and Delhi Capitals, well, they're not just taking the wickets over here, because of which they're just cruising away with the runs are Chennai Super Kings, and it's still very much possible, because if you take a wicket or 2 over here, that too of both the openers, that will bring in the new batsman. You might just add some pressure, but that hasn't been the case. In fact, he just gets smashed for a 6, does Akshar Patel. Wave a delivery, and it's a 6 towards the mid-wicket region. Brilliant batting by Shane Watson. The score is now 81 for no loss, and with the way that they're batting, it seems like they'll win it by 10 wickets at the moment.
Well, that's how it looks like. Maybe they don't realise that finals don't come out on your net run rates. I think they've forgotten about that. An excellent slog sweep there by Faf du Plessis. 77 metre long, over deep backward square leg. 81, what a shot, says
the big screen.
The big screen. Sachi can go on a win. CSK going to win. Relax, says Tenzim. I tuned here in English commentary from Hindi. Thank you so much, Rahul. I believe we got this yesterday as well, that the English one is better than the Hindi one. Well, time for us to pull our collars up. Thank you so much. CSK play on another pitch. Yes, and what's the live score? Rama Thakur, the score is 81 for no loss after 9.5 overs, and Shubham Teli is predicting it will be 100 for 10 as Sachi. DC is going to lose today. Well, looks like it. Sachi, what can I do? We can't help it. If I could go on there and try and bowl, then I can possibly try and help them, but I'm not a bowler, so yeah, we'll just have to sit here and see this go down in Visakhapatnam. Final of the over, pushed away, a dot ball to end the over. With that, it's 10 overs gone, 81 for no loss. The target is 148, so another 67 needed by Chennai Super Kings in 60 deliveries to go on and win the game.
A brilliant partnership, and that is exactly what was needed from Delhi's end. They kept on chipping with 20 odd runs partnerships in the middle of the wicket, and in spite of getting those 20 odd runs, they didn't get a single 50 runs partnership. In spite of that, they went on to score 147. So you can just imagine if they had one partnership of 55 or 60 runs, the score would have been well above 170, 175.
Absolutely, and that could have been a challenging score. That could have been a score where you could defend, but right now it's not going to be easy for Delhi. They need 3, 4, 5, 6 wickets in a hurry if they have to go on and put Chennai under pressure. Nikhil Atwal says hello, hi Nikhil, how are you? Ashwin Shretha, the target is 148 for Chennai Super Kings. That's another 67 from here on required by Chennai. Oh God, please do something, says Ram Thakur, and gone is gone, says Gerald Coutinho. So yes, quite a few Delhi supporters have considered the fact that it's not going to be them going on and reaching the final, but this is cricket. It's not over till the final delivery. Trent Bolt brought back into the attack to bowl over number 11 as he bowls the first one to Faf, who cuts it away but straight to the fielder at covers. No runs on that occasion. Faf du Plessis on 50 of 38 deliveries. Last 25 deliveries, CSK have scored 39 runs. And in the last 61 deliveries, they have scored 81 and they haven't lost a wicket. All 10 wickets in the bag.
Well, they need one of the bowlers to rise up to the occasion and take a few wickets away, take 2 or 3 wickets in just one over, and that might just spring in some sort of inspiration in the team. And that's the first wicket, because Trent Boult has bowled a short delivery to Faf du Plessis as he pulls it away, and Keemer Paul just takes a catch. He was starting at the mid wicket, so the first wicket. And Trent Boult has bowled quite well today. If we talk about it, he's given away 10 runs. He's taken a wicket right now in 2.2 overs, and it's a big wicket of Faf du Plessis. So that's one. And he just doesn't have to stop over here for Delhi. He needs to take 2 more wickets at least in the span of 10 more minutes.
Absolutely, 2 to 3 wickets. They need some wickets earlier or quickly here. And Gerard says out now, wicket now, and that's what exactly has happened. I said it, and yes, please God, do something. Sachi agrees with that, but it's Trent Boult who's done something. He's picked up the wicket of Faf du Plessis, gone for 50. Finally, the opening stand has been broken. It's 81 for 1 after 10.2 overs. Chennai Super Kings, as Anil Patel is tuning in from Montreal. A very warm welcome, Anil. How are you, brother? As Delhi have finally broken the partnership, they need 2 to 3 to 4 more wickets, and in very, very quick succession if they have to get back in this contest, because only 67 are needed of 58 deliveries by Chennai Super Kings to win this game and book a place in the final, and they have 9 wickets remaining. Suresh Raina should be the man to come out and join Shane Watson, but you never know. It could be Dhoni, it could be Raidu. We've seen that in the past from Chennai Super Kings. Let's just see who walks out to join Shane Watson. Watson's on 26 or 23. Initially struggling was Watson, but with the help of that 1-6 and a couple of boundaries, he's got a strike rate above 113 now as the Australian opener. In fact, all-rounder, doesn't bowl too many overs these days. Well, was a terrific all-rounder back in this day when he was playing for the Australian side. Doesn't play now for Australia. Only playing T20 tournaments around the world is Shane Watson. Will be interesting now. Can Delhi surmount a comeback in this contest? Can they pick up a couple of more wickets very quickly, at least to put some pressure on Chennai Super Kings? Shubham Teli says he wants a super over to decide this contest. Well, the way at the moment how Chennai are going, I doubt super over. I doubt over number 19 who will come into effect. It is Suresh Raina who's come out to join Shane Watson. So left-hand, right-hand combination for CSK out there in the middle. As Trent Boult charges down to bowl over delivery number 3 on the pad and work the way towards fine leg. So Raina opens his account straight away, moves up to 1. It's 82 for 1. Couple of words and a smile shared between Suresh Raina and Trent Boult.
Once again, you'll have to say fair play by Faf du Plessis. He scored 50 of just 38 deliveries and gave Chennai that perfect platform to win this game with ease. And in spite of not getting the runs in the power play, fair play to him, you'll have to say once again, because he capitalized in the next 5 overs of power play, and that is what a class batsman does, irrespective of the power play or not, and that is exactly why he's one of the best batsmen in today's time. You'll have to say Faf du Plessis. 82 for 1. It's the score in 10.3 overs, 66 required of 57. It's Shane Watson, the man on strike, as he a yes and no equation. Once again, no runs taken over there. Good over so far by the New Zealand international Trent Boult. 82 for 1. The score remains 2 in 10.4 overs. And Rahul Kumar here with us as well. Prasal Katwal is asking us what is the target for Chennai Super Kings. It's 148, and Dharmendra Bagana is loving what he's hearing.
Thank you so much, Dharmendra. And we've got Delhi come back now from Shubham Teli, Rahul Kumar and Gerard Coutinho. Rahul, obviously you want a miracle. And Krishna Sharma says good selection of bowlers. Sandeep is a good for not playing due to overconfidence in Delhi capital, says Krishna Sharma. And only time will tell, according to Sachi and Gerard Coutinho, what happens in this game. Rahul Kumar, no need to for Dhoni to come out and bat today. Well, the way things are going, it doesn't look like it will happen. Gyan Mohammed also supporting CSK. And Tenzin, we are enjoying the moment. At least we got to the second qualifier. Not many teams have done that. So yes, when not many teams expected Delhi to come so far. So now that we've done it, we're enjoying this, and it's a good start, a building foundation for Delhi Capitals for the future, as Watson now dabs one away through towards the third man, and it will be a quick single there for Shane Watson to end the over. So with that, 11th over has come to an end, And Chennai Super Kings are 83 for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of over number 11.
Well, the good thing about Delhi Capitals is that next season they do not have to release many players. They can keep the core members. Shreyas Iyer is going to be there, Prithvi Shaw, Shikhar Dhawan, as well as Rishabh Pant. These players are going to be there. And the only liability that I find in the Delhi Capitals camp is Chris Morris. I think instead they might trade off Chris Morris for another decent all-rounder, and that might do the trick for them in next season.
Absolutely, I think Delhi need a good quality all-rounder. They need someone who can hit big as well in the middle order. They need that. So these are two areas that Delhi Capitals can work on in the auction before the start of next season. But right now, we've got a Chennai Super Kings side that looks very, very dominant and in control of this contest. As only Delhi gone back, never get up, says Krishna Sharma. Well, they can. It is a game of cricket, we never know. Although we've got a short delivery and pulled away. That's gone back. 6 rows, 7 rows. Shot from Watson. 6 from Watson. He races away to 33 now. It's 89 for 1 with that 6. And Kimo Paul, who gave away 16 runs in his first over, has been treated with a 6 on the very first delivery of his second.
And it's quite odd to understand why he's bowling the pace of deliveries to Shane Watson, that too towards his leg side, because he's an absolute monster when it comes to those shots. And Trent Bolt just gave away 2 runs in that previous over, 3 runs in fact, also took the wicket, and all of a sudden Kimo Paul comes up with his run up and releases all that pressure and washes it down the drain. Well, you need to take the wickets for your side and not concede 6s and 4s. Kimo Paul over there, and 22 runs he's given so far in 1.1 overs. Where are the variations from his end? It's quite strange. I haven't been able to understand what he's trying to do over here. As this time he finally bowls a slower length delivery. It's a good short play towards the vacant area, and that is another 4. So he's been taken to the cleaners. 93 for 1. The score moves on to, and I feel it's pretty much over for Delhi Capitals, and it's just that Kimo Paul hasn't been able to provide adequate support. The batsmen, apart from Rishabh Pant, barring Rishabh Pant, no one has been able to perform no one has been able to compile a good run over here, and that is exactly what is needed. Even if you're not getting the runs, you should make sure that your wickets are intact, so that you might be able to get on later. You might be able to get them later on, because there is always a weak link in the bowling lineup. And we saw that in the game against Hyderabad as well. They have a good bowling lineup, but as soon as Basil Thambi came, he was bowling quite well. In that 1 over, he was under pressure, and that's when they capitalized and smashed 22 runs. So Delhi Capitals, well, they will go back to the drawing board, but it has been a good campaign, you say, for them so far. It's 94 for 1 single taken by Watson, a 6 and a 4 coming in the first 2 deliveries, and Raina will now have the strike. The equation is such that it's 54 now needed of 51 deliveries, and now Delhi will need more than a miracle. They need a miracle similar to which Kings 11 Punjab did. 7 wickets of just 7 runs. If something of that sort takes place, then you might say Delhi Capitals have a chance in the game, but it's really difficult at the moment. Sanchi Pawar saying that I'm not sure that my team will win against MI. Sorry, but I know my team very well. Let's hope they win. Well, we'll be supporting Mahendra Singh Dhoni's team as well, so do not worry about that, Sanchi. And it's 94 for 1 in 11.3 overs right now.
I'm not sure that my team will win. Don't worry. We'll support you, and in the end you have to stand by your team till the very end. You know, forget about CSK, forget about Delhi, Tenzin, forget about KKR. Spare a thought for RCB fans. It's 95 for 1, as now Raina pulls one away towards long on with that single. Raina moves up to 2, and the score is 95 for 1. Couple of deliveries remaining in over number 12 here, and the required run rate at the moment is closing in on 7, so it's going to be easy. And in fact, under 7, it's 6.3 odd for Chennai Super Kings, as now Chennai have shown why they are one of the best outfits in T20 cricket of Chennai Super Kings. Delhi got off to a good start, but then the wickets kept falling at regular intervals, as now Shane Watson slogs one through towards the cow corner. Has that gone enough? Well, is that a 6? The umpire is not sure. Now he is sure. A 6 for Shane Watson. 100 up on the board for CSK's 101 for 1 already. 6 for 116. 18 of this over from Kimo Paul, and well, that's one all-rounder they want to replace.
Absolutely. I think Kimo Paul might turn out to be another all-rounder that they'll want to replace, because he hasn't done much with the bat. Well, we've seen glimpses of what he can do with the ball, but it's not convincing enough. I think Sandeep Ravichandran would have been a much better option, considering that he's a bigger wicket taker, and once again another wide delivery. So are out of sorts. He's gone for 35 runs in his 1.5 overs so far, and wow, he's just released all sorts of pressure from CSK. 101 for 1 is the score. 47 now required for Chennai Super Kings, and even if they take the singles over here, it's all over for them.
Absolutely, it's going to be a walk in the park for Chennai. Looks like that, as right now it is Chennai Super Kings all the way. First 10 deliveries, a strike rate of 40, and then from then on, a strike rate of 190 plus for Shane Watson. So that's why you need to get rid of him early. And now Watson tries to go for a big heave. It's in the air. He sliced it in the air, but it's still gone over long off for a maximum 50. What a way to bring up your 50 for Shane Watson. 50 of 31 deliveries, and that's a mega expensive over coming in from Kimo Paul, coming to an end. 108 for the loss of 1 wicket at Chennai Super Kings, and with that it's 41 is what he's given away in 2 overs as Kimo Paul. That's a 20.5 the economy for Kimo Paul. And well, guys, all of you supporting Delhi Capitals, well, so am I. Well, I won't say the hope is still there, because it doesn't look like that, but well, there's always next season for a team that is starting to do a decent job now. 25 runs from that over of Kimo Paul, and suddenly everything now in favour of Chennai Super Kings.
It would have been a different situation had that run out taken place in the first delivery. I think the nerves would have got to Chennai Super Kings, and I think Delhi Capitals would have been even more pumped up, but you can see how cricket is a game of fine margin. That has proven to be the case this time around as well. 108 for 1, the required run rate well under 6. In fact, it's 5 per over now. Amit Mishra is bowling his third over. Suresh Raina, the man on strike, as he just takes a single, and that is all they need to do. They don't need to go for the expansive shots anymore, unless and until they want to. It's a 109 for 1, and the game is very much in Chennai Super Kings' favour right now.
39 needed of 47, and that's something that Chennai could do easily with 9 wickets in hand. Now with Watson getting back in form, Faf du Plessis also getting a few runs. Well, just the way things are going, I think the carnage, even the Chennai Super Kings cheerleaders can't see it. Well, can't bear it, to be honest, as we have all of you tuning in. Prakash Bhaskar also, Mumbai to get banged in the final. Now in the end it's another wicket here, and this is Shane Watson gone, looking to play another big shot of Mishra ji, and it's Trent Bolt who's taken that catch in the deep. Wicket number 2 down. Finally both the openers back in the hut, and it's 109 for 2 now. Watson gone for 50 of 32 deliveries. An excellent knock there from Watson comes to an end.
But is it too late? I think it is too late for Delhi Capitals, because that over of Kimo Paul, he could have restricted Kimo Paul in that previous over and given Amit Mishra that over, could Shreyas Iyer, but well, it's I think it's done already. But it's a 109 for 2 the score right now in 12.2 overs, and like I was saying, the batsmen did not go for the big shots. Only if they wanted to they could, and that is exactly what Shane Watson tried to do. He was high on momentum and he scored a brilliant 50 of 32. So both the openers who were not in form have scored 50 each in this game, and Suresh Raina on the other end is in good form as well. He's on 3 of 3 deliveries, and it should be a pretty easy game from now. 39 needed of 46 deliveries, and only a hat-trick I think might be able to redeem Delhi. In fact, more than a hat-trick, because even if they do get a hat-trick, it'll be 5 wickets for them.
Well, more importantly, Chennai bat so deep, they bat till Ravindra Jadeja, so that's going to be a problem. Shubham, hope, still have hope, is asking Bhaskar. Mumbai will win according to Prakash Bhaskar. He says Mumbai will lose the final and Chennai will roll them over. We'll have to wait and see if that happens today. Gaur also can't help DC from the Dhoni plans, as Tenzing Sumrab, and Shubham Teli says it's a one-sided match, as now it's in the air, but drop shot of Amit Mishra. Ambati Raidu, the new man in, was looking to work one on the onside, a leading edge, ballooned up in the air, but luckily for Chennai Super Kings, didn't carry to Amit Mishra. It was the wrong one, it was the googly, was looking to work on the onside, and rather than going through a square leg, it ballooned up in the air, did not carry. 3 is for what Raina is on. Ambati Raidu is the new man in. He's faced a couple of deliveries, another dot ball here. 109 for 2 after 12.4 overs. Looking at Raidu's figures, 126.3, his strike rate more than 3,200 runs in the IPL so far, as he now opens his account, works one away through towards mid-wicket, and he will pick up a single there. Will Ambati Raidu opens his account, does Raidu now, and we've got Santosh Bhandari saying CSK, and Bullet of Tech says hello me, hello you.
Hello Bullet of Tech, hope you're doing good over there. It's a 109 for 2 the score, and 39 runs required of 44 deliveries. Ambati Raidu is on 0 of 2 deliveries, while Suresh Raina has struck 3 runs and sensibly done there by the veteran of Chennai Super Kings, a single towards mid of 111 for 2. Good over for Amit Mishra, just 3 runs coming off of that, and also that big wicket of Shane Watson. So Chennai Super Kings, they don't need to do anything more expansive, they just need 37 runs in order to book themselves a place in the finals once again for the second consecutive year, and they have 42 deliveries in hand. So if there's one team that Chennai Super Kings haven't got the better of, it's Mumbai Indians, and it's back to square one for them because they've outnumbered, they've outplayed each and every team that they faced apart from Mumbai Indians. Will they be able to finally win that game, because that one win will be equivalent of all those 3 wins that Mumbai Indians have registered against them?
Absolutely. So far, Mumbai and Chennai have played thrice this season, and it's going to be 3-0 to Mumbai. All that doesn't matter if Chennai can go on and beat Mumbai in the final. It's Akshar Patel, who's given away 20 in his 2 overs, has come back into the attack, bowling over number 14, and easily worked away by Raina through towards a square leg for a single. Going along easily. Mumbai lost both the matches to RR.
Every team has its kryptonite, you can see.
Absolutely, every team have their kryptonite. Delhi losing, I think if they lose today, 3rd time to Chennai Super Kings this season. Chennai defeated them home and away. The venue of the final is the Rajiv Gandhi Stadium in Hyderabad. That's where the final will happen, Titus Thomas. So hopefully they'll have a good wicket and not slow, low track. As now Raidu drives one away towards sweeper cover. And a single there for the right-hander. He moves up to 213 for our Chennai Super Kings. They need 35 of 40 deliveries to win the match with 8 wickets in hand. And Gerard Coutinho says wicket now.
Well, they need more than a wicket. They need wickets right now in bundles at the moment in order to get back into the game. It's 113 for 2, 35 more runs required. Raina doing the sensible thing, just taking the singles, not going for the big shots, and that is exactly the kind of seniority, the kind of maturity that you need to show. And the final will be played on 12th of May. The first ball will be bowled at 7:30 p.m. We will be live on 7:20 at 7:20. So make sure that you're there for one final time at the Sports Flashes Cricket Lounge, because the next time we will be seeing you, giving you updates of any match. That will be the World Cup, which kicks off on 30th of May. But before that, there will be a few practice games as well. So we will be chatting along on those warm-up games as well. 114 for 2 is the score. No runs taken on that occasion, but a single taken on the next delivery by Ambati Raidu. 33 now needed of 37 deliveries, and Prakash Bhaskar saying that Raidu is not playing well. Vijay should have been in the team. Well, it doesn't matter. If Vijay would have been in the team, he wouldn't have got much to bat as well. Yon Lane saying that DC are happy to reach the playoffs. Well, I think they are satisfied, because everyone was none of the people were expecting Delhi Capitals to win the IPL, and well, not many were expecting them to make the playoffs. Well, the good thing is that they got 18 points on the board. They were level on points with Chennai and Mumbai, and they beat Sunrise Hyderabad in the eliminator, and they were there in the qualifier 2 as well. So that's a good step for them, and it's an obvious thing that they will be improving in the next season as well. They will be making a few changes in their camp, and that is why Delhi Capitals might just turn out to be the team to look out for in the next edition as well. 115 for 2 is the score in 14 overs, and Rahul Kumar is here saying that we'll be listening to you in the World Cup as well. Prakash Bhaskar, Gerald Coutinho, Tenzing Sugrab saying that hope DC will become the champion in 2020. Well, Tenzin aren't you supporting Kolkata Knight Riders for 2020? That's pretty odd from your side. And Prakash Bhaskar saying that Vijay should be there for the finals. This match should have been a practice for him if he got a chance. Well, Murli Vijay is an opener, and seeing that both Shane Watson and Fab du Plessis have struck a 50 each, then I think his chances of being in the final are quite minimal at the moment.
Well, right now it's going to be very difficult, but now it's Mishra to start off another over, and Raina works on away towards the cover region. He'll pick up a single. 7 is what Raina is on. It's 117 for the loss of 2 wickets at the moment. The score for Chennai Super Kings going along rather comfortably, if anything else. Right now are Chennai Super Kings, and that's why they say that the defending champions, you can never count them out. As Mishra comes in now for the 3rd delivery of his over, and Raidu opens the face of the bat, dabs it away towards point. Wanted a single, sent back by Suresh Raina. The required run rate is 5.64 for Chennai Super Kings. That's easily under a run a ball, and we got Mohammed from Azamgarh tuning in as well, saying he loves our coverage. Thank you so much, sir. And now, googly from Mishra, picked up by Ahmad Raidu as he drives it back to the bowler. No runs on that occasion. Rafi Ahmad Usmani also with us. Shubham Teli says the toss benefited Chennai. And while Indradev Saklani says Raina well. And come on Raina Raidu, says Rahul Kumar. Now, 117 for 2 as the fifth delivery is swept away by Ambati Raidu towards deep backward square leg. Ishan Sharma, the fielder there, keeps it down to 1. And with that, the score is now 118 for the loss of 2 wickets for Chennai Super Kings. The target, remember, is 148, so 30 more needed from here on.
And you'll have to just praise the Chennai Super Kings bowlers. They kept on taking wickets at regular intervals, and that is the reason why Delhi Capitals could just score something score a target of 148, and it's been commendable from their end. But a good over once again by Amit Mishra, just 4 runs coming off of it, and you'll have to feel for Amit Mishra. He's bowled a sensational spell of 4 overs, just given away 21 runs, has taken a wicket of Shane Watson in the process, just hasn't been complimented from the other bowlers, apart from Trent Boult, I'll have to say. And 119 for 2 is the score. 29 runs now required of the final 5 overs. It's a mere formality unless and until Chennai Super Kings want to do a Delhi Capitals over here, and the rules might just turn out to reverse, but I don't think so. It's quite likely. CSK, they are the defending champions, and that's for a reason.
Well, Amit Mishra, excellent stuff. There's 4 overs, 21 runs and 1 wicket, and Kimu Paul gave 4 more runs than his entire 4 by Amit Mishra in 1 over. So that tells you the gap between the class of bowling. As Akshar Patel starts a fresh over, his final one, over number 16. Rainoa goes for the sweep, misses it. The ball goes away towards the keeper. No runs on that occasion. Dilawar Mukri says Mumbai will win the final. Rafi Ahmad Usmani says Dhoni is hero. As now Raina comes down the track inside edge, and the ball goes away towards final leg. They'll pick up one. They'll come back for the second as well. By the time Colin Munro can come around, collect the ball and fire the throw back in. And with those two, Raina moves up to 10. It's 121 for the loss of 2 wickets right now. As Prakash Bhaskar says, even though Didi lost this match, we should praise Dada and Ricky Ponting, who took the team from nowhere to qualifiers. Absolutely we should, because nobody expected Delhi Capitals to get to the playoffs. I thought that would probably be the usual 8th position finish for Delhi Capitals, but they've surprised me. They've done a very good job. Pooja Kumari, very warm welcome. Karthi Dawn also with us, as Rahul Kumar. Virat Kohli is very outstanding performer, says Rafi Ahmad Usman. Amit Parmar supporting Chennai Super Kings. As now Raidu goes inside out. He got enough now. 1 bounce and into the fence for 4. 4 for Ambati Raidu. It's 126 for the loss of 2 wickets. 22 to win for Chennai Super Kings of 26 deliveries.
Good shot there by Ambati Raidu. It's one of his favourite shots, coming down the ground and playing it over the cover fielder's head, as he's done it once again. A beautiful shot by Ambati Raidu. With that, the score moves on to 126. This time it's drifting towards the leg side region. He just tucks it away towards deep mid wicket. A single taken on that next delivery by Raidu, and good batting, you'll have to say. Akshar Patel has given away 32 runs in 3.5 overs, and 21 runs is what is required for Chennai Super Kings to book a place in the finals of 25 deliveries. Rana on the other end is on 11 of 12 balls, while Ambati Raidu is on 10 of 12 deliveries as well. So he's
bowled him. Woo!
He's chopped him up, has Suresh Raina, and you'll just have to say a poor shot by him, and lackluster, you'll have to say. A big wicket, but at the wrong time, I feel, for Delhi Capitals.
Absolutely. Short and wide, asking for trouble was Akshar Patel. He goes for the cut shot, gets the inside edge and plays it on, does Suresh Raina. So that's a wicket there, a wicket for Delhi Capitals. And with that, it's 16 overs gone, 127 for 3. The strategic timeout will be taken, so we'll take a quick break as well. And I can see Ricky Ponting charging out in the middle of the field to have a word with the boys. That's good to see. Maybe there's still some fight left in Delhi Capitals. We'll be back after a quick break. You stay tuned to Cricket Lounge and Sports Flashes. The second and the final strategic timeout has been taken. It's 127 for 3 Chennai after 16 overs.
This is Sports Flashes live.
Sports Flashes.
It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap, looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Sports Flashes Cricket Love, along with Wali Siddiqui and Karthikeya Sena. The score right now is 128 for 3. The last man to depart was Suresh Raina for 11. Akshar Patel took his wicket as he chopped it on towards his leg stump while playing the cut shot. And the news from the centre is that the Thala and the skipper of the Chennai Super Kings has joined the crease with Ambati Raidu, and there's a big roar in the ground. Well, they say he is one of the reasons why the people are in the field at the moment cheering for him. What a sensational batsman, what a sensational personality, you'll have to say. Mahendra Singh Dhoni is. He is an absolute legend, a living legend, and a true mentor of the performer of the game. It's 128 for through the score as Dhoni is the new batsman. A Yorker by Trent Bolt. You'll have to praise Trent Bolt today. He's bowled quite well this time around. 3.1 overs have been bowled. 13 runs have only been given from his end, and he hasn't made people miss Hafiz Rabada in this encounter, and that is exactly what I was talking about. Trent Bolt, he has been that sort of a bowler that if he gets into his groove will turn out to be real deadly. Well, he's just given 13 runs but has taken 1 wicket. He needs to take more than another wicket over here, because Mahendra Singh Dhoni, we all know what he can, what he is capable of, as he just tucks it away towards the leg side region, and that's a 4. So that will just release further pressure from CSK. 16 now needed of 21 deliveries, and that was the last thing which was needed from Trent Bolt's end. A poor delivery, and Mahendra Singh Dhoni, all he needed to do was get contact from the ball, and that is exactly what he did. Indra Dev saying that we missed Rabada. Tenzing missing Jadeja. Shubham Teli saying that Rohit Sharma will win the match, and Khalid Menon saying that not enough runs. Rafi Ahmed Usmani saying that Dhoni is in the field so that he will hit the winning runs. Well, that might just turn out to be a possibility, as he just tucks another one towards the square leg boundary, and not only does he hit the boundaries, but he also scampers for quick runs. So 2 runs taken in that process. 14 now needed of 20 deliveries. It should be a walk in the park for Chennai Super Kings, unless and until Delhi Capitals pull off something quite miraculous, which has never been seen in the IPL. Well, we've seen 7 wickets falling for just 7 runs that happened between Delhi and Kings 11 Punjab and Mohali, but I don't think anything of that sort is possible in tonight's encounter. It might just turn out to be the end of the road for Delhi Capitals. 14 runs now required of 20. Dhoni, the man on strike, is on 6 of 3. And Trent Bolt bowling another delivery, bangs it in, short delivery as he just pulls it towards Ishant Sharma standing at a deep square leg. And 13 now required of 19 deliveries. It's a walk in the park. All they need to do is take the singles. They don't even need to strike a boundary at this rate. And well, we all can assume that Delhi Capitals are clearly 20 runs short. And Rishabh Pant, well, you can see the disappointment in his eyes. He gave it his all with the bat. He scored 38, stayed there till the very end, but got out in the 18th over while trying to attempt the 6 for a 6. And that was the problem for Delhi. Had he got another partner from the other end who was who had been batting solidly, I think Delhi would have been able to post a really formidable target over here, but it wasn't to be. Dot delivery to conclude proceedings for Trent Bolt. 135 for 3. The score is 13 runs now required of 18 deliveries. Jetharam saying that all hopes are finished now and we will be moving to the finals. Shreyas Green here as well. Shubham Teli saying great batting by Chennai Super Kings. Well, it has been professional batting at best, comprehensive batting by Chennai Super Kings, you'll have to say, especially by Faf du Plessis and Shane Watson, the two openers who had been under pressure, who had not been performing consistently, have now done it in tandem this time around. Inder Dev saying that DC will lose this game. Rafi Ahmed suggesting that Mahendra Singh Dhoni will lose the final. Well, we're just a day away from the final and it is quite possibly going to be Chennai Super Kings versus Mumbai Indians at Hyderabad. 135 for 3 is the score. 13 runs now required of 18 deliveries as Delhi are on course to the exit of the 12th edition of the IPL.
Well, they lasted longer than one would have expected, but well, in the end, it's a good performance by Delhi Capitals to get so far. As Rafiq Ahmed Usman wants a helicopter shot to come out, and Dhoni the finisher, says Shubham Teli. Yes, he is, and Dhoni win the finals. So all of you want Chennai to win the final. It is Dhoni who's on 7 now as he works one away of a fresh over from Kimo Paul, I believe. Single there through towards backward square leg. Dhoni moves up to 8. It's 136 now.
136 for 3 now with that single. It's 12 now needed of 17 deliveries, and Kimo Paul, well, utter disappointment for Delhi Capitals today. Didn't do much with the bat and also gave away 41 runs in just 2 overs. One of the most expensive opening spells for any bowler right now. 147 is what Delhi posted, and you can just see the batting card apart from Rishabh Pant, who scored 38. No one had scored even beyond that. So this time he just ducks it away once again. Poor bowling by Kimo Paul, drifts it towards the leg side region, and pathetic bowling, you'll just have to say at one point. It's just a 4.
Well, I think Delhi wants to get done with the misery very quickly here. So another boundary here, and DC will... Dhoni World Cup want India 2019, says Indradev Saklani, and all matches Delhi Capital enjoy, but CSA will go to the final, says Ram Moria. Paul waste, says Gerald Coutinho. Yes, he's not just waste, he's a waste of space too now with the way he's performing in this game as he bowls a bouncer. Raidu lets it go to the keeper, no problem there. 15 of 16 for Ambati Raidu, 140 on the board, only 8 needed by Chennai Super Kings to go on and win this contest, and they should do it with ease with final 16 deliveries, in fact make it now 15 deliveries remaining, so the required run rate under around 3, and which is obviously irrelevant with only 8 runs to get for Chennai Super Kings to win this contest. Now it's about how quickly can they finish it off. Slightly short, slower, goes for the pole, hits him on the midriff. Not even a single appeal from Delhi Capitals, as I think they've given it up. Delhi Capitals. Vinay is very happy, one of our scorers in the score of his team, because he's and me, well, what can I say, every time he starts off a day supporting some team, and in the end of the final over he supports the team that's winning.
Yes, that has been his case, but I think he's more of a Chennai Super Kings supporter, and fair play to him, the fan base as well, and that is one of the most easiest things to do. You just watch the IPL, you tune up, and you just support Chennai Super Kings. That's how you'll remain depression free, and that's one of the most easiest things to do in life.
Absolutely. Another cracking boundary here for Ambati Raidu, as now only 4 needed, short and wide, and he cuts that through backward point for 4. 144 on the board then for Chennai Super Kings, as Rabada miss you, says Indradev Saklani. Yes, Delhi Capitals certainly missing Kagiso Rabada there, but they should have done a better job with the bat initially before going on to the bowling department. As today game man of the match Watson, and supporting Ravindra Jadeja, says Ram Moria. So 4 needed of 13 deliveries. Can they finish it off here can Chennai Super Kings. Now they will delay the misery. Dot ball there to end the over. So 4 needed of the final 2 overs. 18 gone. It's 144 for the loss of 3 wickets. And some stupid Kings 11 Punjab fan is dancing at Delhi's loss, who doesn't realize that his team did not even make the playoffs.
And I wish you could hear that, but
I wish you could understand that.
And the thing is that he was rooting for Sunrise Hyderabad in the previous game. They lost. He was rooting for Chennai Super Kings against Mumbai Indians. They lost. And now he'll be rooting again for Chennai Super Kings in the final. And then I hope they don't lose.
I hope lightning doesn't strike thrice at the same place. And I'll repeat now. He's in the cricket lounge with us. I'll repeat it for you guys and for him to listen in English. One stupid Kings 11 Punjab fan is dancing because Delhi is losing a qualifier when they could not even make it to the playoffs.
And what was the point of taking 7 wickets for just 7 runs if they couldn't even make it to the top 4? Well, odd people these. Well, not all Kings 11 Punjab fans, but just one of them. And Ram Maurya is here that he's very happy that Chennai Super Kings is going to face Mumbai. And it's going to be a big match. Well, it is the El Clasico of the IPL. 3-time champions Mumbai Indians will face 3-time champions Chennai Super Kings. So that will be one good encounter, 144 for 3. And it's quite inevitable that it will be MS Dhoni to hit the winning runs.
Well, fitting as well for MS Dhoni. We got best hip-hop one song saying Dhoni is great, as now beaten outside the off stump of the bowling of Ishant Sharma is Mahendra Singh Dhoni. It's raining in Toronto, says Tenzin Lekdend. Brother, where have you been all day? And he says, Dhoni, give me a 6, give me some sunshine. As Rahul Kumar says, thanks a lot for your team. Nice work. Thank you so much, brother. Notice Mahabir will be missing missing us tomorrow. Obviously, no game, but the day after tomorrow we'll be back, bringing you the coverage of the final and winning shot 6 as we want to hear. Do you guys want me to hear Dhoni finishes it off in style?
I think
Chennai make it to the final.
But Dhoni is not Rishabh Pant and he won't go for the 6. We know that. He'll just take the single. But he has gone for the 6.
He's hit one down the ground. Will that be it? No. Colin Munro stops that. And that will be 2 runs for Mahendra Singh Dhoni and the Chennai Super Kings. 146 then for 3. Only 2 runs now needed. As we've got all of you tuning in. Thank you so much for the love. As Gerard Coutinho says, the commentator is better than Delhi Capitals. Well, I think Gerard, they've done a good job of getting there. Karthik sir and Wali sir, why is your energy low today? Well, Tenzin, it's not low. It's just that we're a little disappointed with the fact that Delhi have not reached the final.
No, and also Tenzin, the fact is that this game has been one-way traffic. Had there been any ups and downs, irrespective of who would have won, had there been 7 wickets in 7 runs, had there been 4, 5, 6s in consecutive balls, then the excitement would have been there. But it's been a careful knock by the batsman. It's been just negating the 1s, 2s with utmost ease. So where does the excitement come from when the batsman is not giving any of us the opportunity to get excited about?
Tenzin, I'll do one for you here. Outside the awesome, Dhoni pushes it away towards covers. That will be a dot ball. Another rare dot ball for Delhi Capitals. It's 146 for 3.
It doesn't work that way.
9 deliveries remaining. 2 runs to get. The sea of yellow has erupted at the Dr. Y.S. Rajashekar Reddy Stadium in Visakhapatnam, anticipating another win for Chennai Super Kings and another final for Chennai Super Kings. Tashi Delek Lengdenla. Oh, that's Tivitin, I'm guessing. As now Dhoni goes big. Has he got enough? It's taken in the deep. That's a wicket down. Mahendra Singh Dhoni gone. It's 146 for 4. Dhoni was looking to finish it off in a hurry, but he's been caught at the boundary rope.
Only if there were 8 dot balls to be bowled by Delhi Capitals, but I'm sure that's not going to be the case. It's 146 for 4, and CSK, well, they've just won this game, and it's quite obvious. But Dhoni, he did go for the big shot over there, but a good catch taken by Keema Paul, starting a deep mid wicket, and the fielders, in fact, the players at the dugout were celebrating that it's all over, but they'll have to just wait, I think, for another delivery.
Well, they'll have to wait for a delivery or 2, and big match 12th May, says Shubham Delhi. Absolutely, that is what matters. The final of the IPL, all the games that you've played, you can forget about that and then concentrate on that one big game. Still 2 to get, and every day not a Sunday for Dhoni, says Jeta Ram, and Hari makes worry, says Rahul Kumar. Ram Maurya, all matches Delhi Capital were good, and now in the playoff, well, they tried. But obviously they were up against a better unit in Chennai Super Kings. Raidu on strike. Bravo's the new man who's out there. As Ishant Sharma bowls a short delivery. Raidu pulls it away towards mid-wicket. They'll pick up one. The scores are tied now. CSK can't lose. All they have to do is just get one run off 7 deliveries, and that will be it.
It's quite obvious it's the opening partnership which has costed Delhi Capitals once again, because apart from Shane Watson and Faf du Plessis, Raina couldn't do much, Dhoni couldn't do much today, and I think Delhi Capitals had lost that opportunity in that very first over when they had the chance of getting them run out, and that's what cost them 81 run stand, especially when you're chasing a target of 148. Well, you're going to lose more often than not, and just the one run now needed of 4 deliveries, 7 deliveries in fact. Dwayne Bravo, the man on strike, as he will just be looking to take the single. I don't think that he would be going for the big shot, and he just takes a single over there. So that's all over. In fact, it's a 4. So it's all over. Chennai Super Kings have now reached the 2nd consecutive final of the IPL. The defending champions, will they be able to defend it against the Mumbai Indians? We're just a day away from finding out.
Absolutely. 12th May, mark the date, 7:20 p.m. live on the Cricket Lounge and Sports Flashes. But right now, the news is that Chennai Super Kings have defeated Delhi Capitals by 6 wickets. As all of you've tuned in, thank you so much for your time, so much for your love. That's the end of the road for Delhi Capitals. Batting first, quickly we'll talk you through what happened today. After losing the toss and being put into bat first, Delhi Capitals were restricted to 147 for 9 in their 20 overs, 38 from Rishabh Pant and 27 from Colin Munro. The only 2 sizable contributions from Delhi Capitals, apart from a 3-ball 10 from Ishant Sharma. And then as far as the wicket takers were concerned, Deepak Chahar, Harbhajan Singh, Ravindra Jadeja and Dwayne Bravo all picking up 2 wickets each, while Imran Tahir picked up 1. Then chasing 148 to win, Chennai Super Kings scored 150 for the loss of 4 wickets in 19 overs to win the game. 50 each for Faf du Plessis and Shane Watson, 20 not out for Ambati Raidu. As the wickets for Delhi, 1 each for Amit Mishra, Akshar Patel, Ishant Sharma and Trent Bolt. So that's the end of the road for Delhi Capitals. A good showing, but that's all that Delhi could do this season. They'll be packing their bags and going home. And for one last time in this magnificent tournament, this wonderful season, Mumbai Indians will lock on with Chennai Super Kings for the title, for the trophy, and that will be on Sunday, 12th of May. You guys stay tuned to, in fact, tune in to our coverage of the final as well, and thank you all for tuning in. Jon Lennon, Indradev Saklani, Rafi Ahmad Usmani, Unnati Pandey, Sachi, Tenzin, all of you guys, thank you so much for the love. And Jayden Ramji, you really enjoy our coverage, make sure you tune in the final as well. That's on Sunday at 7:20 p.m. We'll take your leave now, and we'll leave you with the news that it's Chennai Super Kings who've defeated Delhi Capitals by 6 wickets and have booked their place in the final of the IPL 2019, where they'll take on Mumbai Indians. It's me, Karthik Sinha, along with my partner in crime, Walli Siddiqui, signing off for the night, saying goodbye, good night, but we will be back in a couple of days when Mumbai take on Chennai in the final. You guys take good care of yourselves and do tune in on Sunday at 7:20, but good night and goodbye for now.
This is Sports Flashes Live.
Sports Flashes.
It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes.